Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and otherwise, to our episode 40 of Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate your support and your love. We ask you to please like the video, to comment on it, to subscribe to the channel. Your support is so pleasing to us. Very quickly, everybody hates announcements, so I'm not going to do any. I'm just going to ask my players who they are playing, and what they look like. So, PI, usually they go first. So you take it away, please.
All right. My character's name is Pia. Wait, you can hear me, right?
Perfectly.
Good. Okay. He is a navy blue tiefling warlock with black hair and black horns, and he is very soon going to be taking over the realm.
Oh shit.
And he's very excited. Not too excited, but he's excited. Him and Splinter, which is his little pet rat that stays in his pocket.
Yes. Who's next?
Theoden will step forward. Theoden, the Dwarven cleric. He is from the high mountains.
High mountains.
Highest.
The highest of the mountains. And he's very dirty. He does not like to bathe. He has a cluster of bugs living inside of his beard, that he's very fond of. And he's also fond of his faithful companion, Chester.
Blink dog.
A blink dog.
Battle animal.
Like a gray pit bull.
Who's next?
I'm playing Sirach, the half-elf ranger warlock, tall, silver hair, very handsome. Has a pet lion named Alistair and a unnamed toucan back at the homestead, which we're going to pick up soon. I promise. I promise. If you've been following us, I keep saying that we're going to get him, but we're going to get him.
We'll get him.
And yeah, Sirach is also the best arms dealer in all of the realm currently, after making a deal with Percy. So new motto for Sirach: one shot, one kill. Let's go.
And last but certainly not least,
I am Baka, the best thief throughout the whole entire realm. Don't say I am a rogue fighter.
Hard to imagine.
Short little thing with a white mohawk. And yeah, I like to steal shit.
All right.
And, and I have pets. I have
oh yes, he does.
Let's see. Would you like to list alphabetically or chronologically?
Any which way that makes you happy.
Okay.
Size.
Let's go chronologically then. All right. So I first got Tora, the tabby cat. Then I picked up Sagi, the fat weasel. Then I picked up Ari after slaying his parents. Ari's a lion cub. Not so much of a cub anymore, though.
I forgot that's how we got him.
Yeah. And then I got do I have anything else? Tressum.
Oh boy, Tressum's back at the house at New Cavalion.
I don't remember his name.
Right?
I think Athena, yeah. And that's it.
Those of you that don't know, a Tressum is basically a cat with wings, tabby cat with wings. So anyway, I'll try to sum it up really quickly. We actually have a split party at the moment. A majority of the group is in a city called Flitwick. There's the reason why they're there is because they just visited they're there for several reasons. One of the reasons is that they were, I think, dropping off an item to be manufactured for them, a firearm. Yes, there are guns in this campaign. Percy's firearm shop, which has blown up in size since the last time they visited Flitwick. But also Baka, on a solo mission, is scouting out the nearby city of Frinpool, which is believed to be controlled by a faction known as the Order of the Gauntlet. But actually, under the surface, the party is aware of the fact that there's a brood of Katoa, a faction of warlocks that are looking to bring a demigod known as Katoa to the prime material plane to run roughshod over.
I thought he was an elder god.
He is an elder god. It just happened to demigod is the word that came out. But thank you for the correction. He is a elder god. And while he is basically at Friendpool, I guess, scouting. Well, we will drop in on him very quickly in order to find out what the situation is with Baka and what's going on in Friendpool. But before we do that, Theoden, could you make a quick D20 roll for me, please?
Aye, Captain.
And let me know what you get.
Straight.
No guidance?
Straight, no guidance.
12.
Okay.
12. Okay, I was looking for a natural 1. You see, because if you do the math and you go back to last episode,
I don't like math.
You took the entire group with your helm of teleportation to Flitwick, then took a trip with Baka to Friendpool, then took a trip. Oh, all right. Well, maybe I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, it was because we didn't want that to happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to like taking your helm of teleportation. And
I know you were.
Fly on your head. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So we'll forget that roll. It didn't happen. It's not canon. All right. So before we go and check in on Baka, just really quickly, I just want to set the stage. In the plaza in front of the main administration building for the Harper family at the city of Flitwick, where most of the group is, minus Baka. In that center city plaza square is an individual with blue dragon scales, probably a blue dragonborn, who has been decapitated and is on public display in that central plaza. That's where we left off last week. So is there anything that anyone would like to do at this point?
Is the head there or just the body or both?
Just the body.
Where's his head?
I guess if you wish, you can make a perception check.
Or
actually an investigation check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, we'll go for it. Does anybody want to help him?
I'll help him out.
Okay, so
yeah, Sirach, you help.
Oh, so what is that? Ooh, meant something.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, nice. Okay, anybody can beat a 19. Let's see what happens.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. So we'll go with the nat 20. So unfortunately, it is a waste of a natural 20 because upon investigating the square, the head is nowhere to be found.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I apologize. I know that there's this insinuation that like when you get a nat 20, something good should just pop up into your face, like you know,
it comes back to life.
Like boom. But
Could
no,
I find some money?
The dragon is now yours.
No.
Could it be like, oh, you don't find the head, but you find like a silver piece or something?
You know what? You find a silver piece under your foot. There you go. But add that to your
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
One silver piece.
Yeah, that's it. One silver.
My lucky silver piece.
So
keep that.
I'll need it later. Yeah.
So the fifth unofficial member of the Natural Ones, the group known as Natural Ones, his name is Harry. He's also a dwarf like Theoden. He's a little thinner, a little less muscular, a little younger. Kind of looks like Peter Dinklage. I would say season 2 of Game of Thrones with the scraggly hair, a little bit of a scraggly beard.
Still handsome.
Handsome dude.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Theoden. Sorry, Theoden. I'm just being honest.
I did it to myself.
This is true. He, wordlessly, walks over to the edge of the plaza where there happens to be 2 Harper's guards just basically chilling out in the plaza. They're not eyeing you guys in any particular. They get on some sort of patrol, or maybe they're basically being given the assignment to hang out in the plaza. He walks up to them and goes, with a little bit of like indignation, he goes, well, what happened here? And the Harper soldier goes, what do you mean? Here in the plaza, the dead body. Well, don't look at me the attitude is unwarranted, little one. I didn't, there was a trial and there was the lawmaster Carwin gave judgment. He caused a lot of trouble in the city. So there wasn't, that's the judgment is the judgment of the lawmaster.
Is there public documentation of this that we could read up on?
If you want to go inside and try to make an appointment to see Lawmaster Carwin yourself, you're more than. All I'll say is that there was a trial. I was witness to it. There was no one came forward as a witness, and he caused an awful lot of trouble in this city. He came in shooting magic and fireballs and all kinds of things, and caused killed at least a few soldiers. Not to mention, I think, a kobold family. So
seriously?
Yes, seriously.
Oh,
guys, he's talking about Partha snacks, by the way, in case
I know.
you forgot.
No, I know.
We gotta find this motherfucker.
You gotta find his head.
Partha snacks.
No,
He's
that's
dead. He's headless.
There is a headless,
have another drink.
decapitated, dead body in the square. No head removed from the rest of the body.
If
And-
only there was a cleric with
Oh,
true
that's what
restoration.
you were taught. Yeah, but can I restoration him without a head?
I don't see why not. Can't try.
I mean, I
big
could
roll,
try.
man.
I mean, I don't know if it'll work.
Well, take the body somewhere else out of the town hall.
Yeah, let's. Do we have a We have a hotel thing, a tavern.
Yes, you do have a tavern. Now, are you having this conversation in front of these two guards? I would assume that would be the only way that you'd be able to do it. How could you possibly have a conversation in front of two guards?
I'm not even in the same city, so
That's
I don't know
true. That's true,
Yeah.
Baka.
conversation
So it occurs to Theoden, the master cleric of Elune, that I should bring my friend Parthasnax back to life, even headless. Let's see if restoration will work. But I'm sure that let's just say that this is occurring to you, and you didn't have conversation about it, Theoden. So the guards have not been tipped off.
Yeah,
guards have not been tipped off.
I was thinking not out loud.
Indeed. So what would you guys like to do?
We should probably
Take the body.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that.
You can't, gentlemen. You that's on display for a reason. That's
on display.
Yes, it's on display because he came in here and caused a lot of trouble. He's responsible for killing innocent civilians of Flitwick. And there was a trial. He was judged guilty, and now people can see the body as an example.
When's the display going to be taken down?
I don't know. That's not my area. I guess you'd have to speak to Lawmaster Carwin inside.
Bring us to him.
I don't. He basically just goes. It's just up these stairs.
All right, let's go.
Go to the top of the stairs.
We need this body.
Let's just go talk to this guy.
All right.
Let's go.
So you make your way up the stairs into the main Harper administration building where the campaign, interestingly enough, 2 years ago started, where it began, where you're given a mission from Lawmaster Carwin. Let's say you make an appointment. It takes about an hour for you guys to actually get into the chambers. Are you willing to wait the hour until about noontime to speak to Carwin?
We got nothing else.
Might as well.
Sure.
Okay, so you know what? Let's just say in that hour that you are waiting, we will switch the camera over to the other member of the Natural Ones, Baka, the fighter rogue, as he is hiding in a dark alley, side street, a few hundred miles away in a Order of the Gauntlet city known as Friendpool. Baka, what would you like to do?
Right. So it says I do have a map of the city.
Okay, I'll get out my my details of Friendpool, stuffages.
I basically want to use my invisibility spell.
Easy enough.
My boots of flying to fly around and look around and see what's going on in the city.
So long as you don't attack, there would be really no reason for anyone to be able to deduce that you're flying around and you're not making footprints.
This guy's like a drone.
Yeah, he's basically like an invisible drone. So they're really honestly, my God, if you could figure out a way to video record what you're doing, you'd be like the perfect drone. But anyway, so as you float around, I'd like you to make a perception check, please, Baka. Perception.
Just make sure. 17.
17. Okay, with a 17 from a position of height, flying over the city, just to remind you, it's normally a city of maybe 250,000 people. It's got several layers of walls. It's got large buildings. It's got some small residential areas on the edges of the city. The center of the city has large buildings. No skyscrapers because not at that level of industrialization, but it's a big city. You notice with the 17 that the streets are kind of empty and it's in the middle of the day. It's like about 11:30 in the afternoon, where you would imagine there would be a lot of hustle and bustle of carts and horses and basically individuals. You do notice that there are soldiers patrolling the streets. There are people, but it just seems to you a little ghost town-like, considering how large the city is and how it's at the middle of the day during the week. But from a distance, that's really all you can notice with the 17. The fact that it's just a little bit underpopulated.
Okay, I'm gonna head to the city center where like the town hall or equivalent where the seat of power is.
Seat of power. So we got the docks to the west, which again looks a little underpopulated. Commercial districts in the south, and the North Ward is where the Gold Keep is. There's in the North Ward. There's also a temple and a golden exchange. And there's actually I think you've been there. The Ruby Isle, which is a tavern in the North Ward of Frinpool. I think you guys have been there.
Oh yeah.
So you basically you float down to get a closer look. There are soldiers there. They are wearing the insignias and the colors on their tabards of the Order of the Gauntlet, which
no
is
like purple mascara or anything like to indicate that they're actually.
Well, make another perception check.
You. It's like
it's a 21.
21. Okay. All right. So with a 21. Okay, so you don't notice people wearing like the eyeshadow or the makeup or the tattoo, the purple tattoo of the members of the Brood of Katoa. That you don't notice. But you do notice that out of a back entrance of the Gold Keep, you're noticing that there's a what's known as a dung driver. Now you've seen this in other cities where basically there's usually people who like pile up the shit and the filth inside of castles. They put it into like a cart pulled by either by a horse or like a beast of burden, like a mule. And then they take that stuff and they dump it someplace outside the city in order to clear out. What you do notice is that the driver of that car, two things strike you strange with 20 plus. One, you do notice the mascara on that individual riding. He basically, you would not normally notice it, but you would look specifically looking for that. He's wearing a dark cloak and he's trying to have his face covered, but you do notice on his chin that there is the flash of purple that you notice in the broad daylight. Another thing that you notice, it's kind of, so anyway, I want you to imagine like a cart pulled by, let's say, a mule, one person in the driver's seat. The gate comes,
bodies or something in the back.
Well, the gate comes down, and in the back of the you can't see from this distance what's in the back of the cart. But you normally what would be in the back of the cart is just lots of garbage and shit and dirt and sometimes manure of which they'll use sometimes to fertilize crops on the outskirts of cities, or they'll just make some sort of dumping ground. But there's a big tarp over it where it can't be seen. Two things that are strange. One, the tarp is strange because usually why would people want to put a tarp over shit? They usually would just be out in the open. The fact that it's got a tarp on it is strange. Another thing that's weird that with the plus 20 is the fact that this stuff like this is usually done at night, not during the middle of the day. The fact that it's in the middle of the day is a little weird, but you can't tell what's in the cart unless you inspect closer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna fly down to the cart and try to like peek under it, the tarp.
So you're invisible. He's in the front, facing in the other direction. I'm trying to think. Do I give you advantage, or do I just don't even bother with the roll because it's just a real?
I'll tell you what. Need advantage.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do a stealth at advantage only because you're coming down into an area where you could be making noise. There could be something like, let's say, dust or dirt could possibly get on you and cause kind of like a shadow reflection around you, and not necessarily him. I'm thinking about maybe guards that are around the Gold Keep. That's possible. But let's say a stealth check at advantage because you're invisible.
Oh, with advantage, okay. Does a 35 work?
35. Well, one of the soldiers that are is
Chris.
35. I'm not sure. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a level 18 campaign. So once you get up into the stratosphere of past level 10, you get rolls of like dirty 30 and beyond. So
yeah, I only have a plus 18.
He's only got a plus 18 to
I'll endeavor to do better.
Well, let's say one of the guards rolled a natural 1 and the other one was basically rolled a 6. So neither one of them are aware that you're there. Do a quick sleight of hand to see if you can unloop the tarp without anyone noticing. Again, sleight of hand at advantage because you are invisible.
Okay. It's 33.
Okay, I'll do another. I'll actually roll 3 times. 2 guards, no, and the guy in the front, no. I was basically looking for a natural 20 because natural 20 beats all. It wouldn't necessarily mean that you're getting arrested. It just would mean that something would have been off and they would have investigated in regards. Doesn't mean you probably would have been able to just fly away, boom. But anyway,
Of course.
so I will say this. You feel that it would be very distracting to remove the tarp completely.
No,
Because then all of
underneath.
yeah, I was going to say, because then honestly, the tarp would start floating upwards and that would make no sense and attract attention. However, as you start to peek underneath, a humanoid hand separated from the rest of a body comes tumbling out the back of the cart.
Okay.
Without looking any further, it's obvious that the cart is filled not just with human waste, but also dead bodies. Not necessarily unusual, however, because let's face it, sometimes there are prisoners or criminals in any normal city in which they would be perhaps put to death, much like Parthenax it was in Flitwick. It's possible that this could be just someone who works in the dungeons.
Yeah.
Maybe they fell.
A member working.
Well, there you go. That's for you to decide on your own. But I'm just saying, I just want to bring it to your attention that just because there was a body part that fell out does not necessarily mean that there isn't just the normal operations of the city. But having said that, by the way, he's riding away.
That's fine. I'm gonna head back to the Gold Keep now.
Okay.
My objective is to get inside now.
Okay, so do you want to check the back door that he just basically sheltered shut?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to try to open it though.
Mage Hand. So,
I'll keep my Mage Hand out permanently.
Okay.
In case I enter combat.
You're gonna let the handout be out.
That's
Okay,
gonna be
absolutely.
invisible.
Absolutely. So just do me a quick sleight of hand check, just a straight sleight of hand check, because the guards are on either side of the door. They're really close proximity. 35, 13,
maybe 34. I don't know.
14. So they're standing within less than 5 feet of you on each side, and you very easily open the door. Okay, but here's the problem. Problem is that the door is opening by itself invisibly. It defies logic.
It's very strange, I'm sure.
Yes.
Figure it out.
So while they don't see you, they do turn to notice that the door opened. What do you do in that moment of whether you're gonna try to slip past them? Give me another stealth check to see if you can get past them before they close the door again.
What's a 19 plus 18? 37?
37. All right, so almost like in a comedy routine, you open the door, they look to see that the door was open, they look inside. As they're looking inside, you invisibly scoot past them sideways while you're invisible. They close the door and they think nothing of it. You are now inside the Gold Keep, wandering through the halls. I guess make a perception check.
Okay. Thank God for reliable talent. 17.
17. So let's see. First floor. Well, even though you rolled sub 20, my high roll was a 16. So on the first floor, as you wander around, no one is none the wiser. If you're expecting to see members of the Brood of Katoa wandering around with their basically in their normal outfits, they do not. You see individuals in there still dressed like soldiers of the Order of the Gauntlet, going about their daily duties. It is sparsely populated. You would imagine that a building like this would be a little more crowded, but you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Things just seem to look like, the inside of a castle. Sometimes there's you might see a woman going from room to room cleaning up. You might see, soldiers patrolling in and out. People, aristocrats doing paperwork in offices as you pass by their open doors, but nothing that seems out of the ordinary.
Let's make my way to the dungeon or the basement area.
Okay. I need you to make another stealth check to descend into the dungeon area.
27.
27. Not a problem. You are, again, uninterrupted, unseen, unnoticed, invisible. You're down in the dungeon. When you get down there, there are no prisoners. Make an investigation check, please.
Guidance. No, I can't.
Guidance from 400 miles away.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. With a dirty 20, you do find one of the cells with a pile of bodies inside of it, as if they're almost as if they're being collected.
Are they like the soulless kind? Like they're just alive, but like in a void? Like they're just not there mentally?
Make another investigation check.
It's 17.
17. With a 17, easy enough. You're invisible. No one even passes by that particular cell. So you have plenty of time to investigate that. The bodies on the bottom of the pile seem to be completely dead and in various states of decay. The bodies that are on the top of the pile, some of them appear to be alive in some ways because you can sense a pulse. You can sense breathing, a slight movement of the chest. But when you try to like wake them or rouse them,
There's no reaction.
the lights are on, but nobody's
like
home.
it was like the basement of the Harper City.
Yes, well, not the Harper City, actually the Emerald Enclave when they were in control in Alzando.
Yeah.
Very similar to that, yes. So it would lead you to believe that maybe some process of siphoning of souls is happening here too, as well.
Okay. Is there anywhere further I can go?
Well, I mean, you check throughout the level of the dungeon. You look for individuals in cells that you can talk to have a conversation with. You don't find anyone. Most of the cells are open to investigate. You check through a few of them. You find nothing of value. You find no other dead bodies other than that pile that was just stacked up in one room. Just make a quick intelligence check.
Natural one.
Natural. Well, it's okay. It's the point is that it doesn't occur to you. There was something that I wanted to throw at you that might have occurred to Baka, but with a natural one, you're distracted.
I'm gonna head to the throne room now if there is such a thing.
Sure. So in order to do that, you deduce that it might be on the second floor of the building. So I need you to do a stealth check to go from the basement to the first floor.
Okay. Natural one.
Roll the natural one. Okay. All right. So
2 natural ones in a row. Oh boy.
So here's what happens.
I'm shocked, to be honest.
As you're walking up the stairs, okay, you make it to the top of the stairs and you turn the corner. And while you are invisible, somehow you basically walk right into one of the soldiers. Boom. As he's about to go down the stairs, you're about to go up the stairs, and your small body slams right into his midsection. And he doesn't see you, but he feels something.
I'm invisible, right?
But you're invisible. Slams into him, and he reaches around to grab you, but misses. He goes like this, and you duck down onto the ground. What do you do? Now he's on high alert. He starts yelling, "There's someone here! There's someone here! Everyone, be on guard! Be on guard! Someone's using magic to be invisible." And he takes his sword out. Another one cocks a bolt into his crossbow. And now people are all of a sudden coming out of their rooms. His soldiers are coming down the hallway. It's getting a little congested.
I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna use my boots of flying to fly up to like the ceiling and basically almost in a sense spider walk on the ceiling, but not really. Just fly horizontally on the ceiling. Over their heads, past them.
Okay. So give me another stealth check, but this time that's just a straight stealth check because they're all on high alert. You would be at disadvantage.
Did I get advantage before?
You would be at disadvantage at this point, but now it's a straight roll because you're still invisible.
27.
27.
I rolled a 3. I'm rolling so bad right now.
Well, it doesn't matter. There are 5 soldiers in the general vicinity now. 3 that have added to the remaining 2 that are scanning the floor, scanning the ceiling, looking around. He's like, he was right here. He bumped right into me. Some magic user casted a spell. Be quiet. You just shut up so we can listen. Shut up. And they're basically, but the thing is that you're above them. You're still invisible, and you're kind of spider walking across using the boots of flight across the ceiling. And while they're all on high alert, then people are now running down the hall to go to other levels to try to basically alert to keep on high alert. At the moment, you seem to be safe. What would you like to do?
Like you travel along the ceiling to the throne room.
Okay. So give me an investigation check to see if you can figure out where the throne room is.
Have we been here before in the throne room?
You haven't been in this particular keep. While you were invisible, I was basically taking it for granted that you have as much time as you need to kind of like scout out.
Yeah.
But now you're feeling a little tense because everybody around you is basically looking for you at this point.
23.
A 23, easily. Make another stealth check on the second floor, please.
Oh, thank God. It's 16 plus 18.
Oh, 16 by 18, easily. I needed a natural 20. I did not get it. So you easily find the throne room, but here's the problem. There are two heavy double doors now the throne room doors have been sealed because the guards are running this way and running that way. You cannot see inside the throne room, but you have a general idea of where it is. But there are no windows on the inside of the building in order to like access it. The double doors are closed. There are guards and running left and right. There are guards stationed in front of it. What would you like to do?
Can I just Misty step through the wall?
I don't see why not. It's a bonus action, right?
And yeah, and it's not a concentration spell, so I shouldn't lose my invisibility theoretically.
Perfect. The beauty of magic. So yeah, so you phase invisibly right through the door or the wall next. Which one? The wall next to the door or the door itself?
The wall.
Okay, right next to. Just make a quick. Actually, let me do it randomly. I'll make the roll. Okay, I was looking to roll a natural one and meant you would have accidentally phased into like a bookcase or something, but because you've never been on the other side of that room, you don't know what furniture is in there, and you might have basically ended the spell in the middle of the bookcase and taken damage, caused a lot of noise. But I rolled a 2, not a 1. So
oh, thank God.
Yeah. So the bottom line is that you make it successfully into the throne room. You are there. It's imagine a Roman Catholic church, very similar to the pews, the almost looks like a red carpet going up the center between the pews on each side. There is an altar. The only difference is that there is a majestic looking chair at the top of where the altar is. There seem to be 2 rooms in the back, 2 doorways, but you obviously would have to investigate both of those. But the throne room itself is empty. There are no soldiers. There seem to be no one, no aristocrats, no royalty, no members of the Order of the Gauntlet. No one. And you hear a lot of noise and ruckus on the outside. Where is he? Keep looking. Be on alert.
Okay. I'm going to. Can I look around, see if there's any clues or anything like evidence I can see that relating to Katoa?
Absolutely. Make an investigation check, please.
Wow, that's really good. 23 again.
23. Okay, so as you approach the altar and the chair, behind the altar and the chair, you notice against the wall, there are a couple of cases sealed. I would say when I say cases, they look kind of like suitcases is something larger than a suitcase. I would say the kinds that go up against the base of a 4-post bed that has like gold leaf ornate lock on it. What brings your attention is not the fact that first of all you think to yourself, "Oh, must be some valuable stuff in here." First thing that crosses your mind.
Of course.
But after that, you notice that it does have a seal on one of the 2 cases that's familiar to you, that you've seen previously when you dealt with Desdemona back in Kirillith long ago, in which there is a seal that kind of looks like the head of either a squid or an octopus. And you know from experience that seal
Cthulhu.
definitely, well, exactly, or perhaps Katoa, who knows? At that moment that you notice that, the door blasts open.
What?
And you notice that there is 2 soldiers and someone that, without the perception check, looks like a magic user.
Okay, I want to
I'm sorry,
immediately.
Okay, so make a stealth check. Stealth check.
Oh yeah. 35.
I'm rolling like utter shit. Well, here's what you notice.
You're rolling basically like really high or really low. There's no in between right now.
Well, it's up to you. Where would you like to hide?
Behind a pillar, but like up.
Up at the top near the ceiling, it's a 12-foot ceiling, so there's no chance that their head can knock into you. At the base of the pillar, not the base, I guess it's not the base because you're at the ceiling, but whatever. You can visualize it well enough. You're up there. Even without a perception check, you realize that the magic user is basically walking around casting some sort of spell, perhaps to try and reveal invisible people. So but the good news is that where you're hiding, he's not casting in your direction. He casts for the pews. He's walking around with, he's got some sort of arcane focus in his hand, kind of like a wand or something that perhaps he's using instead of in lieu of spell components. And he's being guarded by the two soldiers who are holding crossbows. And he's going around basically trying to sniff you out. After a few minutes, he feels confident that the room is clear, and all three of them leave and they close the doors behind them.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna quietly make my way back to this what's it called? Luggage cases.
Sure. Luggage cases works.
And I'm gonna use my mage hand with a pick lock to pick lock.
Easy enough. No need to make a roll. They're child's play locks. It opens. Inside is robes, a couple of wands, a staff.
I'm gonna take it all and start putting it into the
zippered pouch of holding.
Zippered pouch, yeah.
Outstanding. Not a big deal. You notice there's an amulet in there. So amulet, 2 wands, a staff, a cube that looks somewhat familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Looks a little bit like in the 21st century, like a Rubik's Cube, something you've seen before. Instead of plastic pieces, it basically each side it's multicolored sides on this cube, basically gems changing the colors instead of plastic pieces.
Cube. Wait, sorry. Amulet.
Cube, amulet.
What else?
2 wands, a staff, and 6 sets of dark robes.
Okay. Any paperwork or anything like that?
No paperwork.
Okay. Is there another luggage case, or is that just the one?
When you go to the other luggage case and you use the mage hand in order to open it, you realize it's unlocked. You open it and it's empty.
Okay. All right.
What would you like to do?
Is the door still open?
The door's closed. They closed it behind them.
Is there another way out of this room?
Make an investigation check.
It's 18.
18 with an 18 and no one in the room to stop you. Remember those 2 doorways I mentioned that were behind the altar? Mm-hmm. One of the two is basically a chamber where you can use the bathroom. The other one has a kind of a small window on the kind of like it would be normally too small for a human to make its way through, but you being a gnome would have absolutely no trouble if you were able to jimmy the window open to slide out and beyond and be able to leave the gold keep.
Let's do it.
All right, so just give me really quickly, just it's not locked, but it seems to be sealed. Give me a strength check.
10.
Using your physical strength, you can't seem to get the window to go up. It's painted shut.
Can I use a dagger maybe as a crowbar almost, like try to pry it open?
Sure, I'll give you another roll. It'll be the equivalent of rolling at advantage.
Okay. Oh my God. 7.
It's painted shut. It would take you hours to chip away with your dagger at that
but
sealed window.
I can see the outside there, right?
You can see the outside.
Okay, I'm just gonna fuck it. My last, a Misty Step.
Are you gonna use your Misty Step?
Yeah.
How many spell slots do you have? Just to keep track.
That's my last 2nd level.
Okay, so you use it, but using Misty Step's easy enough. You are in a secluded alley behind the building. You're shocked that you didn't notice this window before when you made your way around the perimeter of the building.
Yeah, almost like the certain person withheld it from me.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, but the point is you see it now. You are safely outside of the gold keep. Now let's hold it right there. let's pause on Baca and let's go back to the rest of the group. Gentlemen, you are inside the administrative building, hundreds of miles away in the city of Flitwick, which is controlled by the Harper family. You had to wait an hour. It's about noontime. But you are ushered into what looks like not a throne room, but more like a judge's quarters. You've been in this. Well, maybe Sirach is the only person that hasn't been in this room. This is your first time, Sirach. Looks basically like, imagine, a courtroom. It's got basically chairs on both sides and a path to lead up to center. And the only difference is that there is an individual human. He's got like these severe Coke bottle glasses hanging at the bottom of his nose, very much like this. And he's got like white balding hair, and he's very thin, and he's got a very arrogant kind of look about him, very condescending. The rest of you notice him and recognize him as Administrator Lawmaster Carwin, who gave you that original mission 2 years ago in order to start your adventuring careers as young adventurers. He doesn't remember you. You could see the look on his face of complete like anonymity. Yes, you have something to bring to my attention. Gentlemen, please don't waste my time. Do you have something to bring to my attention?
Yes.
Who
is that dragonborn out there that was executed?
He goes through his paperwork. He's looking through his papers. Oh, that was yes. Earlier in the week, that was individual named Parthasnax. He casted magic in the town. He attacked soldiers, killing one of the soldiers, and then he also killed a family of innocents before he was subdued. We had a trial. He was found guilty, and the penalty for murder, an eye for an eye. He is no more. What else is there to say?
So you've left him out there for a week?
Well, it was not the most important thing on my agenda. Would you prefer that we remove the body?
Yeah, I mean, there's women and children out there. That's gruesome.
It's
they don't
starting
need
to
to see
smell
that.
out there.
We'll bury it if you want.
Good look. Yeah, we could.
What is your interest in this?
We just knew him and didn't think he would be some.
We'd
kind of
like to
crazy
treat him
person.
some respect.
Proper burial.
Where were you when he needed individuals to speak on his behalf?
We've been actually looking for him, and I
been
heard
out and
he
about.
went crazy, and we just never were able to find him.
Oh, well, actually, hold on a second. He does have what's considered a guardian. His name is Roland. We legally, the only person who's able to take possession of his body is this individual named Roland. And he signed off on the disposal of the body 3 days hence. So it will stay there for the next 3 days. Then the body will be taken to the, let's see, where is the location? There is apparently a tower on the outskirts of the city within a mile, which was his former residence. I believe you'll be able to find this Roland there. We will release the body to him and only him. If you bring Roland back here, we would have no problem releasing the body to you with his permission.
And where do we find this Roland?
I'm not his
in the tower.
But I would assume that he is in the tower, hopefully. But again, that's not my business where people go once they leave this office. Unless there's anything else, gentlemen, I am very busy.
No, I'm
that
good.
pretty much does it.
Yeah.
What happened to his head?
It was given to Roland.
Seriously?
So
I assume
he took the head, but he didn't take the body?
What? All right. Okay.
Seems odd.
Yeah, we should probably go talk to him.
Not to me.
No?
Once
you give away people's heads often?
Well, he requested it.
Oh.
Not much we can do with a head.
But I'm very confused why he took the head the day of, and then he will come back for the body a week later.
No, we're disposing of the body a week for later. You don't have permission to take possession of the body unless Roland gives permission, because he is listed as the guardian, the guardian of his property on the outskirts. Technically, his body would be considered the property at this point. Right now, he is illustrating the law that you are not to kill or you will be killed within the city limits of Flitwick. I don't know what he did with the head, gentlemen. For all I know, he could have buried it. He could have thrown it away. I don't care. The point is that justice has been served.
All right.
Very well. I guess we'll go talk to Roland.
So, glasses come off.
Oh boy.
So you guys would like to travel to Parthas Snacks's tower?
Yeah, we might as well. All right.
All right. Well, absolutely. Why not? What the hell? So it's easy enough. By 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you've left the city. You make your way. It's a beautiful, sunny but cold day because it is in the middle of winter. There is no snow on the ground, but it's very cold. And should there be some clouds and some precipitation, it could come down as snow. But the sun is high in the sky. You make your way to the tower. You've been here before previously. The tower looks deserted from the outside. It kind of looks, like it looks a little run down. You notice one of the windows have been broken from above and has been boarded up. Instead of repaired, it's been boarded up with wood.
Oh.
What would you guys like to do?
I'm going in.
Yeah. Is the wood movable, or is it like?
Well, that's actually about 30 feet above the ground, where you'd happen to notice that there's a window that's been busted and there's been no attempt to repair the window.
Door
you
is
can knock on the door.
Yeah, you knock on the door. Nobody answers.
Of course not. Is the door open?
Okay, then we'll let ourselves in.
Okay, so you let yourselves in. You investigate even without a particular roll. It seems to be empty.
The door was unlocked.
The door was unlocked. The tower seems to be empty. I believe it was the last person to be here was Sirach and Theoden. I think you guys had made I think you might have even had a conversation with Roland, as he had been previously attacked because Parth Snacks kind of lost his shit and then went out on a rampage. Apparently, putting 2 and 2 together, you realize that his rampage must have led him to the gates of the city, in which he went nuts, shot up a couple of guards, broke through the front defenses, accidentally killed a family of kobolds, then was apprehended, allegedly tried, convicted, sentenced to death, and forced who knows where Roland is, but Roland is not currently present. There's
if we call out to him.
You call out
Roland.
to him. Roland.
Roland.
Yes, you call out to him. No response.
Okay.
Roland is not presently in the tower.
Is Parthenak's head in here?
Make an investigation check.
Good call, P.I.
Oh dear God. 6.
Nope.
6. With a 6, you do not find Parthas Snacks' head in the tower.
Figured.
However, just to say, the place seems to be ransacked of any valuables. There are broken furniture, broken shelves, bookcases turned over. The scene of obvious combat, very similar to what Sirach and Theoden saw the last time they were here.
Okay.
So, is there anything that you guys would like to do?
Is there I don't know if you'll let me investigate again, but
it depends. If you investigate something specific, I may.
Is there a crawl space or some kind of trap door under a carpet or something that maybe Roland could be hiding in?
Okay. Make a investigation check, looking for secret doorways or trap doors or something like that. Make an investigation check. Does anyone want to help him?
Yeah, I'll look around too.
Okay, so Sirach, he rolled a 15. What did you roll, Sirach?
We're talking investigation here.
Investigation.
18.
18. With a 15, probably not, but with an 18, you do happen to notice it doesn't look like a crawl space. It looks like a underneath one of the area rugs on the second floor of the tower you happen to notice that when you lift up the area rug, there seems to be some sort of like trap door that can be easily opened if you fool around with the handle.
I guess Baka's not here, so I'll fool around with the handle.
Okay, so what do? You basically reach down, pick up the handle, and open it?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw. Geez.
Dexterity saving throw.
All right, 17.
Should have had me do it.
17.
With a 17, you successfully dive out of the way of a dart that fires out from a hidden spot near the handle. The dart lodges its way into the ceiling. But
Sirach, was that you?
Nope.
It seems like you dodged out of the way of some sort of like trap that was on the handle. But you notice that the trap door is not locked.
Okay. I guess I'm going in.
Okay. So you lift it up, and inside you find honestly just lots and lots and lots and lots of paperwork. Like, it's almost as if...
And we're all in this room?
You're all in the room, chilling out. The only person who's not in the room is Baka. The animals are basically there. The two lion cubs and Chester, the blink dog, prowling around. So basically, and actually some of Baka's smaller pets are actually hanging out with you guys as well. No, actually, the only one that would be with you guys would probably be Tora, the orange tabby cat, because I'd imagine that Soggy the weasel probably be inside the bag of holding, eating to its heart's content, and yeah, I think that would be it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so in this box, it seems like, imagine, you know how like Harry has his books that he writes in his journals.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, imagine it was a series of loose leaf sheets with scribbling notes on it, about this thick, but not bound in a book. Basically, a series of loose leaf sheets.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Can we read them?
Sure, why not?
Well.
Since I'll tell you what, there's no reason it's. Let me see. How much time are you willing to invest in sitting down and actually going through this paperwork?
Ooh.
20 minutes.
Okay. With 20 minutes.
I was going to say, shouldn't we just take it with us?
Well, okay. I'll tell you what. You'll take it with you regardless.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how much time you're going to invest right now looking through it. I set the DC based on 20 minutes. So Sirach and Pia will work together unless Theoden you want to get involved. I mean,
I might as well.
All right. So then you know what? Who's giving up the roll? Because only two people can roll an investigation check.
I've been rolling, so you do it, Theoden.
So Sirach and Theoden will roll an investigation check each, and I'll set the DC based on 20 minutes.
Ooh. 12.
12.
Ooh.
17.
17 was the DC. So in 20 minutes, you were able, Sirach, to basically absorb the gist of what was on all of those pages. It's kind of like, sadly, it's like a descent into madness. It's basically some of the writing is very crisp and clear and very thoughtful. Some of it's even poetic. He's a writer that rivals Harry. But it's kind of like a personal account of someone who is dealing with a mental disorder where sometimes they begin to deal with paranoia and schizophrenia and hearing voices. And it's a really sad account of what it must feel like for someone who based their life on their mind and the strength of learning and retention and memorization, to be aware of the fact that you're losing your mental faculties. And some of it just comes across as like the scribblings of a madman. The only thing of value that I would assume that you could, that you can get out of it really is, I'm trying to think of anything that will be valuable in it. I think you would have to just take it with you. With 20 minutes, I don't think, even with the 17, I don't think you could figure out if there's anything valuable necessarily. Yeah. I think it would make more sense for you to take the patch of.
We have 30.
Well, what I'm saying is that it would make more sense for you to hold on to it, pocket it.
All right.
And then maybe at like a camp later on, investigate it further. And if you roll high enough, then maybe something else will reveal itself. But right now, that's all you can really get with a 17.
All right.
But as far as that's the only thing inside that little cubby hole that you find, unfortunately. You don't find a head if that's what you were looking for.
I don't really know what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So there's no signs around of where Roland might have gone. Like no maps out on the table.
You know what? Make an investigation check on that.
Tavern.
It makes sense. Listen. Investigation check for Sirach.
He looks like he went to CVS.
14.
14.
Yeah. They all can't be good.
14 is not a great roll, but it's not terrible either. I'm trying to think, you're searching around. Roland did live there as his bodyguard. So let's say with a 14, you find Roland's chamber, the place where he specifically would sleep. Okay. And you could tell that by the difference in the room based on the rest of the tower. It's a little bit less, sophisticated. It's a little bit more like meager and just a bed, a chest. With the 14, you open up the chest. It's not locked. It's not trapped. You lift open the chest, and inside of it, you notice a let's figure out. Well, he has a diary in there. You could obviously take Roland's diary if you wanted to.
Ooh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So you flip through Roland's diary. You have it in your possession. And you do notice inside the diary, there's a kind of like an account of what went on over the last couple of days. It's not detailed. Roland is not a writer. He's someone that doesn't really know grammar and punctuation and proper, it's a bit of a mess, but you can glean from it that he feels responsible for what happened to Parthasnax in that he was not able to properly explain what was going on to the lawmaster, that he's dealing with a mental illness and that he deserves sympathy and that he feels like it was his fault, that he wishes that there were others there by his side to help explain the ailment, but that he wasn't. He wished he was a better public speaker. That's basically the gist that you got from what it was. And that he would eventually be leaving the city for greener pastures elsewhere. It doesn't say in his journal where he was headed, though, unfortunately.
Greener pastures, so the forest.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really indicative as far as where you think he might go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it code for Emerald Enclave?
Ooh. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. Reading too deep into this. All right. Well, I say the trail's kind of cold to find him at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got bigger things to do.
Yep. All right.
Let's keep those notes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Keep the notes. So keep the diary. We'll look at it.
You got the notes. You got the diary. Exactly. At some other camp, if you decide to look at them further, maybe they'll reveal something. But at the moment, you search through them and you don't really see anything of value, information wise. You don't see anything of value.
Okay.
So what would you guys like to do before I jump back to Baka?
Piathe,
do you have anything specific you want to do?
I know. I just want to find this fucking guy.
Unless Parthenax had a diary. I know we had.
Well, that's what we found.
It was kind of like, but I don't know if he had anything with like more information on like the Dwarven Tower or caves of Dwarven ruins or anything.
Well,
like,
I mean, I'll give you an investigation check. Absolutely.
I don't know.
There were bookcases, and I'll give you an investigation check to search through his book collection to see if there's anything.
I rolled a 14. So.
Well, you know what? Somebody else give a roll to see if you can help him, because you can get help from somebody else. So go for it. Sirach is rolling.
It's a 14 as well.
So honestly, he's got an interesting book collection, but nothing. Wherever his magical books were, he obviously did not leave them out in the open. It's very surprising that this is a magic user's place of residence. His bookcases, the bookcases that you know of, have been knocked over, and most of his books are not related to magic. So that's really bizarre. A lot of like cooking books and home garden books and history of the realm books and art books, fiction books, but no magic books, which is really strange.
That is
and that's a little, even without a check, an intelligence check, you're like, where are he's got to have like magic scrolls, he's got to have like magical grimoires, where are they? But that you don't find any of that, at least not with a 14. And you don't find anything beyond just those batch of papers that you found previously, which is very detailed and actually kind of like, the interesting thing is that Harry looks at the batch of papers, and before you put it away, he's like, you guys should think about maybe let me go through this. I could publish this, and this would be an amazing autobiographical account of a descent into madness. This could be an amazing story for the realm. But we don't have to talk about that now. But I think that would be a great idea.
I agree, Harry.
Right? I think it'd be great. I can edit it, and I'll be like the ghostwriter, and I can.
I'll draw a picture for the cover of the illustration. It'll be terrible, but let's do it anyway.
We could discuss that.
Yeah,
we could discuss that at a later time. Yeah, I mean, we could maybe find an artist. Maybe I don't know. I'm not saying you listen. You guys decide. It's not. I'm just saying. So anyway, as you guys are making your way out of the tower and heading downstairs, I'd like all of you, except for Baka because he's not there, to make one final perception check, please.
Ooh. Okay.
What did 21. You guys get? 21. Anybody beat a 21?
No.
I'm too busy looking at those papers.
Yeah, it's true. So what I would like you guys to do is with a 21, let's say that as you leave, out of the corner of your eye, there's a tree in the distance that you notice, Pia, that has a series of flowers sitting on top of a mound of dirt.
Okay. Should we walk up to it? I'm gonna walk up to it.
Yeah.
So you walk up to it, and as you approach, again, you've eagle eyes that you have. It's basically flowers that have been cut at the stem, multicolored. They haven't. It's not pretty. It's not arranged in any particular artistic fashion. It's basically a mound of dirt with like a bouquet of roughly cut flowers dropped on top of it at the base of a tree.
No plaque, no.
Nope.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
Ooh, what is it? Yeah.
I'm gonna dig a hole.
You dig a hole using what?
Let Théoden do it. He's the dwarf.
So Pia gets down on his hands and knees and starts scooping out the dirt, and you eventually find, unfortunately, the face of Parthasnax. Apparently, the head was very roughly buried at the base of this tree, probably by Roland, for lack of anybody else. So if you wanted the head for whatever reason, you now have the head of Parthasnax. It looks like it's in some state of decay, but it's his head.
Théoden, can you do anything with this, or should we leave him here? Like, this is really kind of fucked up. Can
I lift it? With my strength?
With your strength, you can lift the head. Yes, you may. Yes, you may.
Put it on.
It's very cinematic. Cinematic. The head does not fit over your helm of teleportation. Sorry.
Damn.
Guys, just go retrieve the body.
Well, we'll get the body after.
So is it your intentions now that you have the head to now somehow steal the body? Is that the idea?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe when everybody in Flitwick is asleep, you can res him right there.
Okay, so now hold that
in the middle of the city that he just attacked. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Hold that thought, Baka. You're not there.
Why do we need to res him?
I don't know.
No.
Well, don't we need info from him?
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was telling us, go to these dwarven caves,
Yeah, info we could have gotten a while ago. But
I know.
I was told, don't worry about it. Let's go again. Let's leave.
Not bad, everybody.
Well, I will say this. let's say, instead of me putting words into your mouth or even emotions in your head, I will say that Harry looks a little bit depressed, in the sense he's got a little bit of a puss face on. Is anybody curious about Harry's puss face?
Why the long face, Harry?
Why the long face, Harry? Well, Harry says, I'm just feeling a little down about this situation. I just feel like in some ways we might have like dropped the ball, in a sense. I feel bad. Like,
we definitely did.
Well, because like, here's a guy who we met a while back who basically,
Harry
in a
never
sense,
met him.
What?
Harry never met him.
Harry never met him?
Yeah, Harry never.
That's right. Harry never met him. Pardon me.
I never did either.
I'm only human, ladies and gentlemen. We've been playing for so long that I've forgotten my own story. I apologize. Thank you very much, Baka.
Sorry.
So that's okay. It's cool. It's cool. So let's just say that we'll go with the previous plan of attack and say that a thought occurs to you that that this guy originally had an issue that was kind of lingering, something that he needed help with, and you kind of feel like, in a sense, you might have dropped the ball a little bit. Maybe Sirach doesn't feel that way because Sirach was never here. But the other two of you, Pia and Theoden, you got to think to yourself that maybe there was some sort of unfinished business here, but you can't figure out for the life of you what that unfinished business was. It just feels like, like a lost opportunity.
Yeah.
But now hold that thought. That's what you're wrestling with right now. You've got this disgusting, dirty, decapitated head in your hands, wondering what to do. At that moment, we will cut back to Baka. Baka, you are now once again late afternoon.
Spotlight.
Spotlight is on you, Baka. What would you like to do? You're behind the main gold keep. What's up?
Well, I probably have to wait till the next day for Theta to get his teleports.
But you do have to wait until next day in order to reach out to him, in order for him to come get you. So that is true. So is there anything investigative wise that you're interested in doing in between now and next day?
I want to try to see if I can follow that Bruto Katoa guy. I know he's like probably heading out of the city, if not out of the city by now. But I want to try to find him.
It would have been easier for you to just follow him at the get-go, because you could have just easily followed him with the invisibility. Yeah. Now you have to kind of locate him. So give me a perception. Flying overhead, give me a perception check at advantage, because you have this aerial view.
Okay. Good. Thank God for advantage. 22.
Beautiful. With the 20 plus, you needed at least a 20 in order to relocate him, but you do. And how close are you going to float next to him in order to continue keeping a tail on him?
Is he
It is obvious from him he's taking his sweet time, but it's obvious that he is heading towards one of the city gates in order to leave the inner walls of Frinpool. Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna observe him and keep watching.
How far away?
I'm flying overhead.
Flying overhead, but approximately how far away?
Like 40 feet.
Easy enough. 40 feet, there'd be no way for him to sense you if you don't interact with him in any way. I would say it takes a good half hour or so, but after about a half an hour, he leaves the gate of the city. He follows a trail into the woods. I would say after about a quarter of a mile, you come upon a large ditch, the crest of a hill. And as you kind of since you're 40 feet back, it takes you a little while. He parks the cart. He feeds the mule. He uncovers the tarp. The tarp is filled with dozens and dozens of bodies. And it comes to your attention, or at least the thought arrives you, that he maybe has the job to, when the pile of bodies in the basement, in the dungeon, gets to a certain height, it is this particular Brood of Katoa Warlock's job to dispose of the bodies. And as you get closer and closer, floating invisibly to the cart, you notice that over this crest is a massive mass grave. There are hundreds and hundreds of bodies, dead and otherwise, basically in this grave, being disposed of, the spirit having been taken from them, no longer needed. There is obviously a reason why this city has turned into a ghost town. It's because the people are being repurposed for reasons at this point unknown. So something evil is happening in Frinpool, just under the surface. So,
all right. Is he alone?
He's alone. He's alone.
I'm gonna attack this guy.
Absolutely. By all means, you get a free attack. Make a hit roll.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. He doesn't even have to roll initiative because the guy doesn't even know he's there. It's a sneak attack. Let me just get the sheet out for Brood of Katoa Warlock. What are you hitting him with? Distance
The
weapon?
Sword of the Basilisk. Since I don't have
Sword
my,
of the Basilisk.
I don't have my you know what sword, the Historian.
Absolutely, no problem. What's your hit roll? Swipe.
It's 19.
19. His armor class is an 18. You are successful.
Oh, wow.
Strike. Boom.
All right. That's a D6. It's 14.
14. Let me just do a little writing down, a little impromptu battle. 14. You slash him across his chest. Blood splurts out in a wide arc. Okay. He is now no longer surprised. Let's roll initiative really quickly. Let me get my D20. Where's my D20? Where are my D20s hiding? I just had them. Oh,
You have like a million of them.
I have a million D20s like right next to me. It's ridiculous. Okay. So what is his bonus? Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, what did you roll for initiative?
19.
19. You go first.
All right.
So it's the equivalent of having a second attack in a row. So go for it.
I'm gonna actually take out my boomstick this time. And
Pulls out this antique Victorian style firearm, cocks the hammer behind the weapon. Go for it. What are you doing?
I'm gonna like pop him in his legs.
Boom! Echoes through the forest. No one as far as the eye can see. You feel relatively isolated, but who knows? Maybe the sound of the firearm will bring more intruders. Who knows? But
I have a
as
question.
of right now, you look around, there's no one around you guys. Yes.
So when I got my boomstick enhanced,
Yes.
I got a +1 to damage as well as the attack bonus.
Yes, indeed.
Let me roll to it.
So yeah, give me some roll to attack. Let me know what you get.
It's 22.
22 is a hit. Roll for damage. I'm going to consider this non-lethal damage because you called out the fact
Yeah,
that
I'm trying not
that
to
you want to
kill
hit him.
him.
Like, oh, you know what though? If you call out a body part, it should be roll at disadvantage though. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Just so make another hit roll and take
That's
the lower
it's
of the two.
still 22. I rolled
Perfect,
higher.
perfect. Okay. So give me the damage.
Plus my dex, it's 12. Plus my level is 18. It's 31 damage.
Woo! Broken weapons. Big hole in his kneecap. He'll never walk straight again should he survive. So what else would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot him in the other kneecap.
Hit roll at disadvantage, please.
Okay. 18.
18 to hit is a hit. Roll for damage, please.
All right. 35.
35. Okay, so let's put it this way. He had 35 hit points left, so he's down to 0. But the situation is it was non-lethal damage, called shots that you basically took out both of his kneecaps. He falls down in a slump. He is on the verge of falling unconscious from the pain and anguish. He can't concentrate to cast spells and call out to Katoa. His connection to summoning beasts, summoning demons has been shattered along with his kneecaps. What would you like to do? He's completely helpless.
I'm gonna grab his like his shirt.
Yes.
The neck area. I'm gonna slap him in the face to get his attention.
What?
Sounds like Barry.
You want to be able to walk ever again in your life? I got healing potions. But I need answers.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? What answers do you want?
What are you doing to these bodies?
Make a either an intimidation check or a persuasion check, please.
Intimidation.
Let's go with persuasion because I actually have bonus for that. 21.
Oh.
Little you got a 21. How'd you get 21? Is
Plus
it
7.
persuasion?
Yeah. Well, 14 plus 7.
14 plus 7. All right.
Little old you.
He says, how do I know?
healing potions.
How do I know? Yes, it's true. How do I know you're not lying to me? You're not just going to kill me. Oh, Katoa, strike you down. Strike you down.
Yeah,
But
right.
This is your only chance to ever.
Why do you forsake me, Katoa? Why?
Focus, man. I'll slap him again.
Douche. Oh, okay. What do you want to know? What are they? Their souls.
How do bodies become like this?
They've been drained of their essence to
How?
power up the. It's secrets that only the most powerful of the brood know. In order to use the energy for the soul life, the essence, in order to encapsulate it and take it for our master to bring hell and death and rain fire on this plane, and I will be rewarded in the afterlife for this.
Where is it encapsulated?
He looks like he's about to pass out.
I'm gonna like.
Looks like he's.
I'm gonna give him a little bit of a health potion.
Oh, a health potion. Okay.
A little bit.
Absolutely.
Just a.
Well, let's imagine that you're going to.
Just enough to perk him up.
Absolutely. So you start pouring some of the health potion down and throat. Give me a D8. Roll a D8 for me.
Sure. 7.
7. So he has 7 hit points, and I need you to make now not a persuasion check, an intimidation check based on your strength.
Oh, based on my strength?
Intimidation is generally based on strength and not charisma.
Well, I have a +2 on intimidation, but
okay.
It says charisma here.
It says charisma. What would it be if it was based on strength? +0?
+1.
+1? Okay, go for it.
It's at 12, 13.
13.
Sorry.
Okay, so giving him a little bit of healing snaps him up a little bit. You notice some of the damage done to his knees. He will never walk straight again, regardless. But of course, the bleeding has stopped, and some of the holes from the pellets in and around his legs have started to heal up around the ruined clothing. But he decides to lash out at you and fire 3 Eldritch Blasts at you.
Oh shit!
3 Eldritch Blasts. Let's see what I. Only three, PR. He's a pretender, PR. Okay, so let's go. First one to hit roll is a 24. Does it hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Second one is a 21. Nope. Third one is so that one's a 9, so he misses. So only you dodge out of the way of 2 out of the 3 Eldritch Blasts.
I'll take Uncanny Dodge.
Uncanny Dodge halves the damage of the final one. He basically, unfortunately, with his grand spectacle that was cocked. Roll it again. He does only 4 points of necrotic damage to you.
That's halved.
And that's actually 2 points. Pardon me. Only 2 points with Uncanny Dodge. So he basically lashed out at you with all of his fucking fury and anger and did 2 points of damage. Congratulations, dude.
Okay.
So it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to grab his hair and hold his head up, and then I'm gonna grab his wrists with my arms, my hands, and say, "Where is the life force being encapsulated at? Where is it?"
He looks at you and he spits in your face. I'm just gonna make a quick hit roll, see if you spit in your face.
So sanitary.
It's very unsanitary. It's disgusting. And you feel that bile rising in your throat. You're like, oh god. I rolled what would I roll? Dex. I only rolled a 12. So obviously you easily back out of the way, but you get the sense he was trying to spit right in your eye, the disgusting prick. And he says to you, he says, it's already too late. It's already been moved.
Where?
I'll never tell you. You might as well kill me. You might as well. It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna take out the boomstick and hold it right to his fucking crotch.
Now make another intimidation check at advantage.
Yeah, don't kill him. Just make him less of a man.
Advantage.
All right, I got 18.
18 with an 18. That is 18 is successful. He says, "I'll tell you anything you want. Just don't not there, please, not there. I'll tell you what you want."
I'd rather die than
tell me now.
It's already been absorbed into the underplanes. It's part of the plan in order to, if you're thinking that it's being guarded here in this city, you're wrong. It's too late. It's too late. It's already been sent to the underworld. It's part of a long process in which to bring our Lord to this prime material plane. There's nothing you can do to stop it. There's nothing you can do to stop it. He will come, and when he comes, he will destroy all. And those chosen, us, the chosen, will rise. And we will be the chosen ones, and we will ascend.
Ascend, huh?
Yes.
Where
so
can I
it doesn't
find-
matter if you kill me. Doesn't matter if you kill me now. I've already said the oath. I've already given the blood.
I'm not gonna kill you. gave you my word. If you gave me answers, I wouldn't kill you. But I need one more.
That's a first.
I have one more question.
Are you can make a deception check?
Okay. Sure. Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20. He believes. Well, listen. He believes that you're being compassionate. He he bought it. So where is your leader? Is the question?
Yeah. Where is your? Where on this realm, in this plane, or the city?
He's in the Gold Keep.
Where in it?
There's a chamber at the top where he resides. Advance at your own peril, because if he finds you, he will destroy you. He's not weak like I am. He's strong, stronger than us all. So by all means, go back to the Golden Tower, and by all means, he's at the top. Go for it. Have fun. Okay. He'll destroy you like we will destroy you all. Oh. Now he's getting into like this manic state where he looks like he's kind of like at peace with the fact that like he's gonna go to like some kind of special afterlife or something, and he's like laughing in your face, like he's at this point of euphoric kind of like attitude.
And what's your leader's name? That's the last question.
You couldn't even pronounce it. What does it matter?
Can you even pronounce it then?
He said something to you in some other language. Do you speak a bit? You don't speak Infernal? He said something to you in either Infernal or Abyssal, and it just sounds like the scraping of a chalkboard. You don't even know what the fuck
I'd like to memorize what he said though.
All right, give me just a strength check.
No, memorize. Why do I need strength check for that? Like memorize what he said.
Well, what did I say? I said strength check.
Yeah.
What I meant was intelligence check.
Okay.
Brain damage on my part.
It's okay. It's 11.
It's really hard to remember the consonants and vowels of a language that you don't really understand. You think that you know what it is. Okay. And he says to you, so are you going to kill me?
No, I promised. I take out a standard healing potion and I give it to him.
Okay, you give it to him. I guess make the roll for the hit points. Let me know what you get.
While he's drinking, I'm gonna shoot him.
Boom! He looks like he basically you see the look in his eye where he has, even though he talks a game about how he's gonna ascend and he's gonna be with like a position of authority, you can still see that there's a glint of relief when you give him the health potion, that there's still that sense of self-preservation that all humanoids have. And there's a relief, a kind of a let up where like, oh, he's not going to kill me. Boom. And you take him out. So let's take our break. When we come back, we're going to jump back with the people in Flitwick.
Well, I just do real quick. Can I just say I want to head back to the city and like go to an inn for overnight or something like that?
Absolutely. So your intention is to head back to the city in order to locate an inn. You've been to Frimpool before, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Wild disguise. You'll let me know what your disguise. What is your disguise?
Well, right now I'm changing into a human.
An average
Joe. Kind of edgy human.
Edgy human. I don't know what exactly that means, but let me know.
An average Joe.
I'm thinking average Joe. Yeah, let's go with what's his name? Fuck. The guy.
Yeah, give me an actor or something, because average Joe doesn't help me visualize all that much.
Vince Vaughn.
Ooh, Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn, yeah, let's go with him.
Okay. So you look like Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers.
I couldn't remember his name for a second.
All right, no problem. So Vince Vaughn is heading for what you remember to be the closest tavern in Frimpool. And what we'll do is we will jump back in after we have our mid-session break. This is Shenanigans ttRPG. We play Dungeons and Dragons, usually on Monday nights. Thank you for joining us. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Yes. Welcome back, Mr. Baca.
Oh, he's back. I was just about to text you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the second half of episode number 40 of Shenanigans ttRPG. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. So the party is split into two separate groups. Well, not groups per se. Baca is on a solo mission in a city called Frinpool, and the rest of the group is in a neighboring city a few hundred miles away called Flitwick. We're going to go back to Flitwick, but really quickly, I just want to address something that Baca did just before we went to the break. And the time will not sync up exactly right. Let's just say, Baca, that you spend the next few hours into the early afternoon looking for a tavern or an inn in order to reside for the rest of the night. You used your alter self or your disguise self spell, whatever it is, in order to make yourself look like Vince Vaughn from Wedding Crashers. But you go to 3 taverns that you are aware of from your previous history in the city of Frinpool. None of them are open for business. All 3 taverns are closed down. And as it becomes early afternoon, 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you start to wonder to yourself, I'm stuck here until at least tomorrow morning. Where the hell am I going to go to sleep in this place?
Oh my.
So it's something for you to think about as I jump over back to the group that's hanging out right outside the tower, outside of Flitwick. Guys, you're basically having a conversation with each other right outside the tower. You've dug up that loose soil at the base of the tree where those cut flowers were, and you came up with the decapitated head of the individual known as Parthasnax, the blue dragon's-born wizard.
That's right.
And as you guys are starting to discuss what you want to do with this decapitated head, Harry jumps in and goes, guys, I know this is not my place because I never really knew this guy. I never met him before, but so why do you want to bring him back? Théoden, you said you wanted to bring him back from the dead?
Wait, we didn't tell him that.
Well, you guys have been having a conversation. It's basically been assumed that the reason why from way back when is you're looking for the head because the body is missing the head from the plaza. It wouldn't be easy. It's 2 plus 2 together. He pretty much figured that you guys
see us walking with the head then?
No, it's not. No one is seeing you walking with the head. You're on the outskirts outside the city about a half a mile away. You're alone at the base of the tower, but Harry basically is just wondering, since he never met this guy, like why is it that you want to bring this guy back? He says to you, Théoden, when he sees the confused look on your face, he goes, according to the guards and to Lawmaster Carwin, this guy went into the city and he started blowing stuff up and there was a trial and he killed a family. Why are we bringing this guy back from the dead?
Well, we could bring him back and we can keep him contained. But
I mean, aren't we kind of like breaking the law ourselves if we bring him back? I mean, didn't he have a trial and was convicted as guilty of like killing innocent people? I never met him before.
I hear what you're saying, Harry, but I also don't remember one time we've ever followed the law.
This is true. And in fairness, it would make an interesting little sub-chapter to the story that, you know what? In fact, let me just...
Yeah, write it down, Harry. Write down that sub-chapter.
Yeah, I'm going to go back. And he goes into his book and he starts writing and he completely forgets that he had the conversation. Now, while Harry and Théoden are having this conversation in front of the rest of you, you notice an individual on the back of a horse riding in your general direction from the city gates. What would you guys like to do?
Fitting in the pouch of holding. Oh, we don't even have it.
You do not have the pouch of holding. That is with Baca in the city of Frinpool.
Right.
What would you guys like to do as this person on horseback is riding in your general direction?
How far away are they?
A few thousand feet.
We got
hard to tell the racial attributes of the horseback rider. He looks like he could be a halfling or a half elf or a human from this distance. It's hard to tell. Well, you've got a moment to react, to do things if you wanted to before he comes in close proximity.
I'm going to hide behind the tree.
Hiding behind a tree.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to hide in plain sight.
How exactly do you do that? Explain it to me, Mr. Ranger.
Act as a tree.
Well, I'm going to take some dirt and leaves and everything around the tree, and I'm gonna blend in and make myself look like the bark of the tree and stand against it.
Nice.
Do I see bushes? Quick.
You see bushes? Yes.
I'm throwing the head in bushes.
Throws the head unceremoniously into the bush.
I'm gonna know where I threw it though. I want to make that clear.
Like a bowling ball, it basically just rolls over
Yeah.
into the bush. It comes up short. It comes with a squish, and then starts to roll. And luckily, it makes it to the bush.
Good.
So
good.
Hold on a second. Pia, are you on? Talk to us, Pia.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you were muted that whole time.
Oh.
Did you say anything of interest that whole time? Because we missed it.
No, but I was just gonna say I'm gonna cast invisibility.
Invisibility, boom, you're gone.
Gone.
Now, Sirach let me make a stealth check for me.
Standing here like a deer.
Oh, you know what? I'll cast it on Theoden too. Yeah, I can cast it at will on myself, but then I actually have the spell.
Boom.
Gone. So that'll take a spell slot, but it's fine.
I should have kept the head.
23.
23. Ooh.
If I grab the head, will it just be like a floating head, or will it turn invisible?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question. Why don't you try it out and see what happens?
Oh God, I wouldn't.
No, leave it in the bush.
Leave it in the bush. Boom, invisible. Makes like a tree. The only thing left there are the animals. We've got at least a tabby cat, 2 fully grown lion cubs, one with a horseback saddle on the back of the lion cub. You've got a blink dog. Arr, Chester looks like a big gray pit bull / Rottweiler mix. Beautiful animal with big brown adorable eyes.
Tell Alistair to hide.
Okay, tell Alistair to hide. Easy enough. Make a stealth roll for Alistair. Go for it.
Alistair's stealth will be 17.
17. Okay, excellent. Let me just make a roll for that. All right. This guy is oblivious to everything around him. So since you guys are pretty much hidden, the animals scatter because they get the sense that you guys are trying to hide. It's pretty much.
Does Ari scatter though?
Ari is smart enough to follow his brother Alistair into whatever hiding position. He's not stupid. He's a little innocent and a little immature, but he's not stupid. So he follows his brother. If you'd like, Baka, you can make a stealth roll for Ari.
Sure. 8.
Well, he doesn't do as good a job. He's a little bigger, a little more muscular. He's got the saddle on his back. So let's just say he tries to hide behind the tower and his tail is sticking out the side along with half the saddle. So, but anyway, in any event, the individual who's on the horse rides up. He looks like distinctly a young human, barely out of his teenage years. He's carrying 2 saddlebags on the horse, like really big pouches of like almost looks like scrolls and messages and all kinds of different things. Let me actually put this on group speak of view. So he stumbles off the horse. He doesn't look particularly dangerous. He looks like a studious person. He looks like he'd give Harry a run for his money, but everybody else would pretty much take him down. Actually, let me do a stealth check for Harry. Oh my God, Harry and Ari are pretty much doing a really terrible job of
Damn it, Harry.
But the good news is that this guy's not particularly paying attention. He walks up to the front gate, the front door of the tower, and starts knocking on it. Now, let me see. Let's make the 2 invisible people give me a perception check. So I want Theoden and Pia to give me a perception check, please. Based on what you see of this guy. Because theoretically, you could trail invisible right behind this guy. What do you get?
21.
21 I got. Okay, cool. So with a 15 plus, it's simple enough to realize that this guy he's armed with a dagger. He looks like someone who is he looks like a city dweller as opposed to a combat guy. Okay. He's carrying a satchel with lots and lots of packages in it. And it leads you to believe that mailman is actually probably what it is. He's banging on the door to the castle and waiting patiently downstairs. Hello? Anybody here?
No.
What? Oh shit. I'm looking for the natural ones.
Oh.
Hello? All right, well, okay.
Wait. Oh God.
He turns around. He starts walking back to his horse.
I'm gonna walk in front of his horse, invisible.
Okay.
And
does he bump into you?
Yeah, I'm gonna push him with my belly.
Oh, you bump him back, and he realizes somebody's there. Oh my God! What? Where are you? I can't.
You said you're looking for the natural ones.
Yes. I'm from the Griffin Express. I'm supposed to give 2 packages to the natural ones. They told me that you just left the city.
Ah. How do I make myself uninvisible?
You can't.
Fuck. Give me a minute.
Do I hear this?
Yeah,
Guys!
you're right. You're standing right next to him, laughing.
Fellas!
All right, I'm just gonna click and make him visible.
So he's visible. All of a sudden, he can see you. Oh shit!
I'll come out too.
That's a really cool trick. Hey, whoa! He sees the blue tiefling, and he does not see Sirach. Sirach is still melded inside the tree.
Just in case.
Cannot see.
Yep, I'm just staying by the tree.
He says he pulls out a piece of paper, and he goes, "This piece of paper is from someone called Sirach. Are either one of you guys Sirach?
Wait, from Sirach?
No, for someone.
For Sirach.
Sirach.
I think he just went hunting for some food for us.
Yeah,
all right. Well, hold on a second. No, I'm only allowed to give it to him. So hold off on that. He puts it back in his satchel, and he goes. He takes out a box that looks familiar to you, Pia, and he says, "This is for someone named Pia."
That's me.
Yes, he hands the box to you.
Okay.
It's the box that you sent.
Fucked with him.
It's the box that you sent to Helen.
Oh dear God.
In last episode.
Okay.
It is closed currently.
He says in the last episode.
No, he does not. I said that. Sorry about that. So if you could just have Sirach come by the Griffin Express, I would really appreciate it.
I'll walk out from the tree now.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Surprise!
Oh my God! You look seriously. You look like you're part of the tree. That's crazy.
Oh my God. I mean, I can't let the animals see me.
Wow.
If I'm hunting.
Wow, that's good, man. You
City dwellers, huh?
That's crazy, dude. All right, so here's a letter for you. All right, you guys.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna go back into town now. Yeah. All right, I guess I'll get back on my horse.
All right.
Here you go. Thank you for your service.
Okay, cool. Thanks,
flick
dude.
him a gold.
Thanks, dude. Oh, gold. Good. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He gets back on his horse and gallops back, and he is ancient history at this point. So who wants to go first, Sirach or Pia?
It's up to you.
I mean, you gave Helen the box, so you know probably what's in the box, right?
I don't know. All right, I'll open the box.
Okay.
So you open the box, and inside the box is the ring of protection that you sent to Helen, still in the box. And there is a new letter in the box. You open up the new letter. It's on very crisp, new Harper stationery.
Ready.
Very official looking stationery.
Okay.
And you open it, and you notice that it's very written with calligraphy, very neat, very precise. It basically says Pia. I want you to know that it has been an honor and a privilege to share my time with you, as I care for you very deeply. However, something needs to be said. And it's written like someone, like she's writing a letter to an emissary, not a boyfriend, which off the bat hits you kind of weird, because you're like, wow, talk about cold shoulder. Just the way the language that she's using. And then the fact that it's on Harper's letterhead makes it feel like, well, this is very official. Something about this doesn't feel friendly like she is. And the last paragraph, it basically says, in perfect punctuation and perfect calligraphy, it says, please be advised that I am a lieutenant in the Harper's organization. In the event on the field of battle that I am forced to defend any such leaders of the Harper organization, I will do so under any circumstances. Yours truly, Helen, Lieutenant Harper's. Basically, it's basically just a kind of it's real cold, actually, because it doesn't say love, it doesn't say yours sincerely. It's almost like she wrote a letter as like an ambassador to some other fucking foreign country. That's how it kind of feels to you. And basically it's just saying, the gist of it is basically saying that, you know, if you attack anybody on the Harpers, I'm going to put you down. Basically the gist of it.
Whoa.
Challenge accepted.
What the fuck did I just come back to?
Yeah. So what happened was while they were discussing what they would do with the head, a rider from the Griffin Express rode up with packages and parcels, one for Sirach and one for Pia. Pia was the box that he gave off to Helen. Nothing for Theoden. Sorry, Theoden. Nothing from Rexa. I apologize. Nothing for Baka. Sorry about that.
How'd they find us?
It's a good question. The Griffin Express must have their ways. So Sirach, would you like to open up your letter?
Yeah, why not?
Your letter is really short and sweet. It's from Percy.
Oh, I thought you said from Harry. I was
Harry. Harry, you're right here.
You shouldn't have.
It's from Percy, the gunsmith, right in the inside of the city. It says, as soon as you can, please come to me. It's important. Thanks, Percy. And that's it.
All right.
So, what would you guys like to do? It's about 2:00 in the afternoon.
Oh, we got to get this head. I'm going to grab the head before.
Grab the head out of the bushes. It's squished a little. It's dirty, covered in dirt, but it's still Parthenax's head. At which point Harry goes, again, what are you? It's
Harry, please.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. All right. So what would you guys like to do? It's 2:00 in the afternoon. Somewhere else, Vince Vaughn is looking for a tavern that's open right now. Anyway, continue.
Vince Vaughn.
Well, I'm gonna go see Percy.
Okay. Obviously, you want to head back to the city in order to see Percy. They let you back in, not a problem. Is the whole group going to go see Percy, or just Sirach? Is he going to separate from the group? What's going to go on?
No, I'm going. But we gotta.
So if you're going, what are you doing with this head?
Yeah, that's what I have a sack, right? Like I have a bag.
Sure.
Fucking throw it in there.
Of course I do.
So you're taking a decapitated, dirty, rotted head of a dragonborn and you're throwing it into the back of your sack. No problem.
What else am I gonna do with it?
You notice the rest of the party.
Fucking rebury it and bring the body.
You notice you're not there. You notice the flies that congregates on his beard is starting to kind of like make their way from the beard over to the satch. But anyway, in any event, the head is hidden for the time being. Sirach, you make your way by 3:00 in the afternoon to Percy's shop. He's there. He says, it's great to meet you. He says, may I discuss, this is business between you and I. Is it all right if I discuss it in front of your friends, or would you like to talk in private?
We can talk in front of them. It's fine.
Good. I just want to make sure, give you that respect, Percy.
As long as you don't
quick memory. Percy has short, crew cut, white hair, round wire rim glasses, very handsome human, very well dressed, overcoat, golden buttons, lousy shirt, classy dude, really classy dude. Okay. He says, all right. So first thing I want to mention to you is I'm officially connected to the account that you opened up in the Golden Exchange. Any profits that I get, your percentage that we previously agreed upon will make its way immediately to the bank. Now, excellent. I have a proposal for you, and it will require no upfront money from you. You don't have to give me another cent. I will explain to you what it is, and I want you to take serious consideration on this because it can make the both of us very, very rich men. But it's going to require some upfront costs. I am on the verge of signing a deal with the Harper organization in order to outfit every member of the Harper's militia across the entire realm with a state-of-the-art rifle that is technically your blueprint. So I have to have your approval, but I need upfront costs. Now, I'm not asking for any more money because we already had the deal that we made but if I were able to, let's say, take 100% of the profits for a period of time in order to reinvest in the manufacturing of these weapons, I think I can give you my projections if you would like.
Project away.
Well, realistically, I need 10,000 gold pieces. Now, again, I'm not asking you for 10,000 gold pieces. What I'm asking you is that we agreed on a 22% is basically my cut of the profits. Let's say instead of you giving me 10,000 gold pieces, 100% of the first 10,000 gold pieces, I am allowed to take and use as manufacturing costs in order to arm the Harpers and across the realm. I am convinced that after that 10,000 gold pieces, you will see profits 5 or even 10 times more than you would have. But without that initial startup of the 10,000 gold pieces, I have no way in which to open the factories and start the manufacturing of that number of weapons. I just have the shop. I need a factory. So again, I'm not asking you. I want you to seriously consider this. It will definitely increase your profit beyond the 10,000. But I'm not asking you to hand me any more money. I'm just asking to be able to have access to the first 10,000 gold pieces.
I will think about it.
Absolutely, by all means.
Yes.
Could I possibly have
talk to our attorney?
Could I possibly have can I possibly have an answer by tomorrow? Because I'm having I'm going to be having a meeting with a member of the Harper's organization tomorrow afternoon. So, is it possible that that you could tell me before tomorrow? I have to give them a yes or no answer.
Sure.
Okay, excellent.
By tomorrow afternoon.
Excellent. Just come to me as soon as you can, because the sooner I know, the sooner I can start the wheel moving. And again, I'm not asking you to put any money up front. I'm simply need the startup money from the initial profits to reinvest. But we're talking the difference between 100 gold and 100 platinum, my friend, if you understand my meaning.
Yes.
Okay, so
I
it's
understand.
not, I'm not saying we're going to make 100 gold or 100 platinum, but it's the difference between gold and platinum. So I think you should seriously consider this. Anyway, gentlemen, I'm actually going to close up early for the night. If you want to shop, you're more than welcome to shop. I will always sell you things, but otherwise, let me know. And if you're not interested in shopping today, I definitely do have to close up and start running some errands. He says to the rest. He's giving you the insinuation that, like, okay, unless you're going to shop, get the fuck out.
Yeah, we'll step out. Or I'll step out at least.
I'll step out as well.
Cool.
All
So
right.
you guys are in front of Percy's shop. He locks up. The afternoon is yours. What would you like to do?
I would like to put this head in the tavern.
Okay, so what you're looking to go to the tavern and get yourself a room for the day.
So I thought we had a room.
Well, I mean, you don't hold rooms indefinitely. At some point, you got to re-up the room. But let's just
All
say,
right, I'll
okay,
re-up the room.
you re-up the room and you want to take this rotting, dirty, decapitated head. Where in your room would you like to place this thing?
Well, are we?
Like, do you want to put it under the covers or something, or
a room?
Well, it's up to you guys.
Let's discuss, boys.
Look, it's your head.
Well, we're gonna need rooms anyway. That's my point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll take a room.
All right. So how many rooms? 2 or 3?
Just 2 rooms.
Two rooms. So
And
one of
I'll
the 2 rooms is going to stink to high hell. Congratulations.
I'll put the head on Jacob's Pia's pillow.
Absolutely. You ask Pia, where are you sleeping? Pia points to a pillow. You put the head on that pillow.
That's the one. Yep.
Exactly. So now, what would you guys like to do or discuss or otherwise? It's up to you.
Theoden, first thing first. How many charges of your helm do you still have for today?
0.
0. Got it.
That's not true. You have one charge. One charge, but keep in mind, if you use that charge, you can't come back until tomorrow.
Yeah. Basically,
And he's got to pick me up tomorrow.
He doesn't have to.
Okay.
I don't really have to. That's true.
That's really. I guess I don't have to give you back your gold then.
Oh yeah, we gotta pick him up.
Yeah, we gotta pick him up. We gotta pick him up at some point. We didn't specify when though.
Yeah, there wasn't any clear plans. There wasn't any clear. Yeah, well, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, you can call us.
We're gonna need a way to die.
All right, Theoden.
Wait a day in hostile territory.
We got something we got to do tomorrow. First thing in the morning.
It's the brute
what
of
is
Cthulhu,
that,
dude?
I need you to bring us somewhere.
I'm on it.
I need to pick something up.
Let's go. Sirach's wish is my command.
Well, all right. You don't want to know what we're doing?
No, I'd love to know.
Okay. So we're going to go pick up that book that we used to have. You remember the one that sucked us in?
You're asking me if I remember?
Yeah, I'm asking you if you remember.
Actually, I do. Actually, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was a
So
ridiculous
I-
episode. You better
I
remember
kept
that.
it away from Baka, and I put it in a certain location just in case. We're going to go get it. It's going to be a contingency plan for whatever the hell happens.
Sounds perfect.
So we need to go get that.
At dawn.
At dawn. The only issue with that is obviously we'd have to spend a day in Frinpool, probably. Because we'd have to teleport there.
Yeah.
And then teleport to Frinpool, so that's 2 charges, and you don't want to use the 3rd charge in a day. So
Harry says, Harry, the writer in the group says, where did you hide this book? And what book exactly are you referring to, Sirach? Because Harry's a little confused as to which book
Didn't Harry go?
I thought Harry was with us for that.
Harry's not sure which book you're referring to.
The one which
explain it
fucked
for the
them all
viewers.
up.
Did it even have a name? I don't think it had a name.
Yeah, it was the book of
Harry's nightmares.
immortality or something like that.
Oh, is that what it was?
Something
All
like
right.
that.
I don't know.
Once
That-
you
the
clarify
name I
what
don't
book it is,
remember.
maybe once you clarify what book it is, maybe Harry will remember and flip through his little journal and give you
I
some more
would
information.
expect Harry of all
The
people.
one they buried in the desert. He's talking about.
Oh, well, where in the desert will we be going?
We need to go to the desert.
Wait.
What?
We need garlic.
Oh yeah.
We'll get garlic.
Chris, while they're discussing this, I'm gonna use the
Yes.
sending spell
Yes.
to Theoden
Yes.
and say, Theoden, I need a pickup. Things are looking dicey here. I need you to pick me up tomorrow.
Did you call an Uber?
Yeah. Get a Uber or a Lyft.
Come fucking pick me up.
We're busy over here.
I'm gonna die. I will come haunt you.
All right, I'll get back to you.
Okay, they're taking my zipper pouch you're holding.
Just hang up on him.
All right. So
Do not make me wait a whole fucking other day in enemy hostile territory. Are you serious?
You decided to go
Harry
there.
says. Harry
Yeah, but I
says.
only was there gonna be there for one fucking day.
We
not
don't need that
2
damn
fucking
zipper
days.
pouch of holes.
Harry says.
Was
Was this book back at the house at New Cavalion, or you buried it somewhere else?
No, I buried it in. Chris, you're gonna have to help me out. The
Desert.
well, no,
probably...
no. My map is just not a good.
Okay. So you probably
I
buried
can't read it.
You probably
the
buried it in the
Fandarian
Forian Desert. You probably buried it in the Forian Desert.
Forian Desert.
And did you bury it outside of Ecosted, or did you bury it near Chowder's house? Where did you? I'm just
I think
curious.
it was near Chowder's house. No, it was near the city. That's right. It was outside the city.
Yeah, you did.
No,
you,
it was a little north of Chowder's house.
Okay, because that's what I want to. So long
And I
as
know
you
exactly where we're going.
Good. Okay,
Yeah.
so you'll just
not.
if
So you need to describe it to me because I
was gonna
Yes,
say
I have
just
to
tell,
describe it to you.
you'll tell
So
Theoden.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
all right. So are
Yeah,
you doing
tell
that
Theoden in the
today
morning.
or tomorrow?
tomorrow.
we have to do it tomorrow.
What?
Okay.
Guys, I need to
Otherwise,
get picked up tomorrow.
You'll get
We'll pick
picked
you up.
You'll get picked up.
Because I
We
mean,
just won't leave.
there is a suggestion that Harry would like to make. Harry
Are you
says.
guys
Harry says,
crazy?
wait a
You
minute. So
gotta-
Theoden, you have only 3 charges a day, and you use 2 of them.
Aye.
Well, then why don't you just take the group of us over to this book, and we'll spend the night in the desert, and then in the morning we'll go and pick up Baka.
Go, the
But
boys
if he
are-
uses the 3rd charge, doesn't he have to roll for it?
he's got to risk it. Yeah.
I gotta risk it.
Oh well, that's okay.
Or you
well,
could
that-
just wait
that
an
makes
extra
sense.
day and not pick up the book the next day.
Nope. Remember, Baka, you're not here. The whole point
Baka,
of this is for you not to metagame.
Yeah, Baka, you're not here. That is true.
Well,
It is
it's
true.
fucking ridiculous. They're gonna leave me in hostile territory to get this fucking book.
Speaking
need
of
the
which,
book.
since you're not here and you guys have had an exchange with the sending spell, Baka, you're starting to get a little tense and a little anxiety ridden
I am.
because while you
I
do
have
look like
moronic
Vince Vaughn,
teammates.
you will look like Vince Vaughn. You realize that Vince Vaughn doesn't have any official capacity to be in the city of Frimpool. And at some point, someone's going to ask him to say either recognize Vince Vaughn or be like, what is Vince Vaughn doing in this city? But you've gone to three inns and taverns. It's in the afternoon.
Are we back on me now?
Let's back on
Not
you.
yet.
Yes. We're now back on Baka.
Not yet.
No, we're back on Baka. Baka, what would you like to do?
First off, I'm gonna use another sending spell to curse fucking Theoden out.
Go for it. Go for it. Let's say we are all at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Hold on, say that again because I talked over.
You don't get it. We're gonna get you.
Tomorrow, you're gonna get me tomorrow. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, we'll get you tomorrow.
We'll get you tomorrow.
I'm hearing so many different things.
It's tomorrow. He never said that we're getting him out of the city tomorrow. We're picking him up.
Yeah, we'll get you, and then we'll zoom.
We'll walk out of the city.
Yeah,
and keep in mind, gentlemen, there's only a certain number of words that can be transmitted over sending. So
and
at
you'll
some
be
point,
with us.
At some point, these words get cut off. So
that's true.
You can't have these full-fledged conversations.
Like a texting limit.
It is definitely a text limit. 140 characters. It's a text limit.
That's a good amount of characters, though.
I think it's 280 now, if I want to be technical, but whatever.
Anyway.
So, Baka, what would you like to do? As you're in an alley somewhere, you're looking across from the alley. It's closed for business in front of the Rusty Nail, I believe is the name of the. Let me find my sheet for Friend Pool. Excuse me, pardon me.
280. They couldn't have made it 300.
Well, they doubled the 140 characters on Twitter to 280.
Chris, I'm gonna use disguise self to make myself look like the cart driver and head back to the back of the Gold Keep.
Okay. Fair enough.
Or you know what?
You definitely could do that because you saw him, and anyone that you see, you can imitate. Absolutely.
I'm lacking teleport spells. No, I'm gonna actually just pick lock like an inn that we've been to and go in.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a. Are you gonna do it in broad daylight? Or are you gonna wait until dark?
I'll wait till dark.
All right, if you wait until dark, it's a straight roll. It would have been a disadvantage roll in the daylight. First thing I need is a stealth check because there are moving patrols. So give me a stealth check real quick.
27.
Okay, I did not get my 27. So now give me a sleight of hand check or your lock picking, whichever you use for picking locks at regular roll.
Lock picking, and I got a 42.
Easily. So you easily hide yourself under the light. Once the sun goes down and it's dark in the shadows, you go behind the Ruby Isle, which is what you remember being an expensive tavern and inn. You very easily unlock the back door with just a flick of a wrist. It's not a sophisticated lock, especially with someone like you. And you make your way inside and you see basically a scene of obvious struggle. Chairs are broken, tables are broken, bottles of alcohol from behind the bar are smashed on the floor. Glass litters the floor. Alcohol is dried up. There are bodies behind the bar. There are bodies in the area of the tavern where people would sit and eat and drink. And they were left there. The door was locked behind them, and it smells like rot in this place.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
So I'm gonna lock the door if it was locked when I found it.
You lock it behind yourself, absolutely.
Go up to one of the rooms, cast the alarm spell, and call it a night.
Easy enough. Before you call it a night, since you have a few hours to kill before you pass out from exhaustion, is there anything that I want to give you an opportunity that you want to do? Anything you want to you plan out? Do you want to curse out your friends one last time with a sending spell?
Yeah, I think I do actually.
Well, I don't know if Theoden's going to hear you.
Mm-hmm.
You can send it to someone else.
Message to Pia.
Go for it.
He's infinitely smarter than Theoden. Hey Pia, I need you guys to come pick me up tomorrow. The city is not safe. Katoa members all over.
You guys hear that? What the fuck was that?
What did I miss?
You guys are fucking with me.
Like an annoying buzzing sound. You guys don't hear that?
Am I missing
I'm going to donate all of your extra gold to fucking charity.
I'm only kidding, Baka. I hear you. We'll come get you. Where will you be?
Same alleyways when they didn't drop me off.
What time?
I don't remember what it looked like.
What time?
Pick me up at noon.
Noon. Okay.
All right. So today is the 24th. The spot where you dropped him off on the 25th at noon is what was agreed upon between Baka and Pia. Let's see if everyone else honors that request. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so let's cut away from you, Baka, unless there is anything that you would like to do before you pass out from a simple exhaustion. Anything? No? Okay, good.
No, sorry. I'm playing with my cat.
That's fine.
Well, not really playing. He's just sleeping.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that I'm not selling you short.
No,
I mean, let's face it, you're in an inn by yourself that they believe is empty and ransacked. No one would interrupt you, so you basically could stay there in relative safety.
Yeah.
It was a good spot.
Not really sure what I can do.
Plus, you've alarm spelled the room, so.
No, I got nothing.
Okay, no problem. So let's go back to the other group. Sirach, Pia, Theoden, and the animals, plus Harry. What would you guys like to do? It's early afternoon. Sun is going down soon. Anything out of the ordinary, let me know. Otherwise, we can just advance it tomorrow morning.
Garlic.
So easy enough to go to a common store in Flitwick. It would only cost a couple of silver. I won't insult you by going into your numbers because you guys are loaded down with gold and platinum. Easy enough. You guys load yourself up with some garlic.
Excellent.
Outstanding. Anything you like to do that night before you retire with a dead head in the room?
Are things closed already?
Not yet. Not yet.
Can I run into like a little magic shop real quick?
Sure. Absolutely. Let me just see. Hold on a second. Let me go to the Flitwick. Flitwick. Let's see. Callista's Knickknacks is where you bought the garlic. Let's see. Laughing Habit is where your room is. Let's see. Is there no magic shop in Flitwick?
There's no magic
Oh,
shop.
there isn't.
I don't think that there is.
All right, never mind.
I'm trying not to cheat you.
No, you're right. There isn't.
Yeah. I don't think that there is a magic shop in Flitwick.
All right, never mind.
Sorry about that. I apologize.
It's all good.
So we'll hold that off. Whatever you were thinking of, hold off for the next city you go to. I promise I'll remind you. So anything that you guys would like to do that evening before we advance it to the following morning?
I want to discuss with everybody how we feel about Percy's business opportunity.
Hey, it's your money, man.
It's my money, but if the Harpers are going to be against us, no.
I like the sound of that.
Listen to me. Listen to me. It's my money, but it is our problem if we give all of these really good guns to the Harpers and the Harpers are against us. We're just making our battle harder. So do we want to give them like firearms?
Chris is like, damn, they figured it out.
I'm not going to be that dumb and just be like, I have money. Here, have these really good guns.
Yeah, we already have a bunch of money.
You got your Dear John letter, Pia. So like,
yeah, really.
Dear John.
I don't think the Harpers are on our side.
No, of course they're not. But
all right, I say
we'll be rich and can use that money
for what?
Whatever the hell we want. We'll be rich. Who gives a fuck who likes it?
They don't make bulletproof armor yet.
We have the money to make it.
Oy vey.
That, and since when are a couple little rifles going to stop us?
You calling me a bitch?
Yeah.
All right.
Look at you and all that armor. You don't need bulletproof armor. You have armor. I say screw it.
Give him the guns.
You know? Or wait, do you have the original blueprint?
I do.
Oh, give me it. Give me. Can you give it to me?
Make it faulty.
Sure.
That's exactly what I want to do. I want to take like a little eraser, or like lick my finger or something and rub out.
Make the barrel
getting an eraser
from?
An eraser?
I'll lick my finger and like try to rub some of the
What do you
like
think this
sketch
is?
off and make
So,
it like so it doesn't work.
Sirach,
So then
you are
Sirach has the only good one.
Sirach, you are witnessing him defacing your blueprint of a gun that you purchased.
What
would you like
I'm
to
gonna
do?
stop him from like erasing it right away.
It's not a problem. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to stop him.
Okay.
Unless this is going to turn into are you guys going to roll around on the ground
and
in
then
like a
he makes
fisticuffs?
ones for everyone else that are fucked up, and then
Fight.
we're good.
Fight.
I own the blueprint, but he developed the gun. He's gonna know if something's been altered.
Yeah, and in fairness, I think that Sirach would probably point out the fact that he has the legal rights to the blueprint. Doesn't mean he's got the only blueprint. Like he doesn't have to physically give it back to Percy.
Yeah.
Percy knows how to make the gun. It's just that he has the right to say yes or no, you can make it or not make it. And so just because you put a little smear mark on the blueprint doesn't mean that everything's gonna get fucked up. That would work in like,
this battle.
No, maybe like, in a cartoon for like preteens that might work, but not in real life.
All right.
It's an idea, but no, probably not.
tried.
You tried.
But no, in all seriousness, I really don't think it's a big deal. I think, they're going to get destroyed first anyway. Harpers are going to be outnumbered. It's like, yeah, Emerald Enclave is like okay with them, but at the end of the day, they're all like suspicious and secretive and weird and are probably up to no good, and the other factions will probably destroy them before they even get a chance to do anything. That's my opinion.
Right. Okay.
So they're gonna screw somebody, just like they did us. They were all goody-goody with us, and then they fucked us over, and they're gonna do the same thing with all the other factions if they all actually do work together like they say they are. It's not gonna go well for them at all.
Okay, I hear that.
That's my 2 cents.
All right. What do you think, Theoden?
Well, he already called me a bitch, so.
Oh my god.
All right, so Theoden's in on giving him the guns too. Excellent. Well, I want to be rich, so.
I just say, yeah, I mean, take the money. We might as well make some money off of them, while we can, while they're still around. You see, and he's writing our plans down. Someone's going to find his book.
Sorry, what?
And we're going to get caught.
No, nobody's catching my book. I'm not saying no. I've been doing this literally since you first met me. Like every day I'm with you, I'm writing in this book. Now you're worried about my book getting caught?
I'm just busting your chops.
Right, so, okay, so
anxiety attack.
Okay,
right.
Cool. All right.
Let's go get the Book of Immortality.
Okay, so we
whatever.
advance. You guys have an uneventful night upstairs at the Laughing Habit. It is the 25th, the morning of the 25th. It's probably about 8 or 9 a.m. by the time you guys get yourself dressed up and you have a nice, healthy breakfast downstairs.
How does Piaz's pillow smell?
That is the
Delicious.
only weird thing is that it was kind of uncomfortable to sleep in that room because there are flies buzzing around the head and it's in various state of decomposing and it's dirty from having been buried already. But you have the head. Absolutely. It's trailing along with you. So since it's 9 a.m., what would you like to do? You're standing out in front of the Laughing Habit the following day. What is the plan, gentlemen? Right now, Baca is in another city thinking to himself.
Important we had to do.
Let's go get him.
Well, hold on a second. Harry points out, he says, well, it's in the morning, and he said that he needed to be picked up at 12 noon. So you guys do have about 3 hours to kill. What would you guys like to do?
Yep. Let's go get the book. Okay.
All right.
So Theoden, what we're doing is we're going to the Forian Desert,
Right.
north of Chowder's house. There is
It's all coming back to me.
There's a tree. Well, this part you don't know, and you got to listen carefully. There's a tree with 3 holes in it that looks like a face. I buried it at the bottom of that tree. So we got to go up there.
Behind Chowder's house.
To the north of Chowder's house.
To the north of Chowder's.
Yeah.
How far north?
I would say it was about halfway between Chowder's house and the that island mine that we went to that really wasn't actually a mine.
Outstanding. It's canon.
Duck butter.
Duck butter. Boom, 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 boom.
Glad you remember duck
Everyone is all pulled into a void, a nexus void, where they feel like their stomachs are on the outside of their bodies for a fraction of a second. The world goes dark, and all of a sudden, the weather changes. The location of the sun in the sky changes slightly, and the ground is now sand. In the distance is the friendly home of what you believe to be Chowder and his little friend Tarry, his frog, and the tree with the 3 holes is right in front of you.
Right
you
there.
are now in the Forian Desert. Good job, Theoden. You found the exact spot that Sirach asked you to find.
I'm gonna bow.
Good. All right.
What would you like to do?
It's
about 9:30 in the morning. 9:30.
Dig it up.
Dig her up.
Dig it up. I like you to make a D100 roll.
Oh, good.
Mr. Sirach, D100.
Great.
2 10s. One is the 10s and one is the 1s. Let me know what you get.
All right.
You're a 10.
Where the hell are my D10s? Time to search for D10s.
Part of me hopes the book's not there anymore.
Okay.
Why, Baka?
What do you roll?
42.
42. If you had rolled between a 5 and a 9, it would have been gone. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, someone would have found it, dug it up, and stole it. But you rolled a 42, which means when you dig, you eventually find the Book of Fistandantilus, dirty but intact. The book is now yours, in your possession. It's still 9:30 in the morning. What would you guys like to do? Hold that thought.
Eat some garlic.
Time freezes. Baka, it is 9:30 in the morning. You are in the tavern by yourself. What would you like to do? You've just woken up. Obviously, the tavern is super quiet because you're the only one in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use alter self, make myself look like the guy I killed last night. Which, by the way, I disposed his body with all the others.
Gotcha. No problem.
That's bold, man.
No, listen, it was a cool scene. If it was a scene in a movie, it was cool. Here, drink this health potion. Bang. Anyway, so
like Romeo and Juliet.
Yes. So
did you kiss him after?
I don't remember him saying that, but it would have been cool too. Anyway, so you turn yourself into the mule boy. And you make your way downstairs. Something that you notice on the way down the stairs. Hold on a second. Where's the piece of paper? Excuse me. Too many damn pieces of paper. I'm terrible with my notes. At the basement of the, you notice in passing out of the corner of your eye behind the bar, there is a bubblegum pink female tiefling on the ground, dead. Do you investigate the body?
Yeah, I already know.
Okay, when you investigate the body, you realize that you know this person.
I slept with her, right?
Yes, you did. This is actually the body of Leaf somewhere. You were very early on. Her name was Leaf Nowhere. And she found peace and happiness in her relationship with someone she met that oddly looked a lot like you, which is weird, and had a child with him. And then she decided to change her name from Leaf Nowhere to Leaf Somewhere, meaning that she had found something somewhere in her life where she felt at peace. But unfortunately, her story ended at the inside of this tavern, the Ruby Isle here in Frinpool, unfortunately, in a very tragic way. She's on the ground.
Is her eyes open?
Her eyes are open. Yes.
I will close them.
Yes, you do. The only solace that you can take from this is that when you saw her a few months ago, she was still pregnant. Obviously, she has already given birth. And when you look around, her child is not anywhere to be found. So you're not sure if that means her child is an orphan or if the child is with the father. You don't see the father's body anywhere around. So hopefully the child and the father.
Doppelganger.
Say again?
I don't see my
You don't see your doppelganger. So maybe the father and the child got out safely. Maybe the father and the child are at the bottom of that ditch of human remains. Who knows? But the bottom line is that she's no longer pregnant. She gave birth at some point, but unfortunately met her end here in this sad establishment, sad city. So anyway, that's what you notice. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go to the back end, the Gold Keep, for where I entered the first time.
Absolutely. Put your microphone a little closer to your mouth.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. It's just
so the back side, I guess, of the Gold Keep, or
easy enough. It's broad daylight though.
I'm altering self to make myself look like the guy.
Got you. It's no problem. So you notice as you approach the two guards standing on each side of the door, they don't make eye contact with you. It's obvious that they know that you're approaching, but they don't make eye contact and they do not react. It's obvious that they're used to your presence going in and out of that door.
I'm gonna go right through.
Right through. They do not hesitate. They don't stop you. You're inside the castle. You're inside the Gold Keep in Fernpool.
Okay. I'm gonna head up the stairs.
Easy enough.
Up the stairs again.
Easy enough. You were on the second floor. You do notice that there is a third floor.
I'm gonna head up the stairs.
There at the top of the landing of the third floor, there are several soldiers there. They stop you and they say, "What are you doing up here? You're not authorized. Only certain individuals allowed up here, and you're not shouldn't be here. Go back downstairs. Aren't you you're the dungeon boy? Get the fuck out of here."
Are they Brutacatoa members too?
We'll make a perception check.
It's a 20 something. 20.
Well, with a perception check at 20 something, I can
23,
tell you 23. I can tell you that you see a lot. Whether or not you can discern something is different, though. They're wearing the insignia and the armor of the Order of the Gauntlet. They seem to be humanoid. None of them have the tattoo or the makeup that indicates Brood of Katoa. Doesn't mean that they couldn't be possibly shapeshifted like you are. That does occur to you because you're very good at shapeshifting. Maybe they're doing that. But from visual appearances, they look to be soldiers on patrol, soldiers that are given a post, and their job is to keep people off of the third floor. And they're basically like, they're telling you don't belong here. What do you do?
I want to be really bold here.
Ooh.
There are 5 of them.
There's 5 of them. Oh, okay. Maybe not so bold. God, I didn't really think this through. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say yes, of course. Sorry, my apologies. I bow my head and I turn around and go down the stairs. And when I'm out of eye shot, I'm gonna turn invisible.
You go out of eye shot, you turn invisible. Easy enough. They do not pursue you. They were content with the fact that you followed their orders and went downstairs. So you're now invisible.
I'm gonna fly upstairs
Fly
quietly.
up the stairs. Give me a stealth check at advantage.
Oh boy. You need a natural 20 to catch me.
I rolled a 19. What'd you get?
Well, 19 was my base plus the 18.
Oh yeah, so you're 37, definitely. You invisible and floating snuck past the 5 guards easily onto the third floor. The hallways themselves look exactly the same as the first floor and the second floor. There's nothing indistinctive about it. What are you looking for?
I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. I'm gonna try to teleport through the room.
Through what room?
Through the doors to the third floor room, wherever these guys were guarding.
So basically what you're doing is you're looking for a pair of double doors or a larger room that might...
Were they just at the top of the landing, or were they?
They were at the top of the landing.
Oh,
just at the top of the landing.
So I'm just gonna go past them and see what I can find first.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. 30-20.
Oh, that's perfect. You needed a 15 or higher in order to identify. So you know how like sometimes the layout of floors are built exactly the same?
Yeah.
The second floor has a larger chamber that looks like that Roman Catholic church, right? With the 2 heavy double doors. Well, there's the same layout on the third floor. So there are 2 heavy double doors that you find on that 3rd floor that are guarded by 2 soldiers. These 2 soldiers are wearing slightly different armors and weapons. They look like they're armed to the teeth, these 2 guys.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Oh, fuck my shoulder. Yeah, I'm gonna teleport through the room. Assuming it's the same layout, I'm gonna try to bamf into like behind a pillar, basically.
All right, I could do that. Just give me a kind of a check. Just an intelligence check, real quick.
18.
Easy enough. You use your bonus action to Misty Step, I'm assuming. Burn a spell slot. Boom. You pass through. Since it's not a concentration spell, you remain invisible. You remain invisible, and you are inside the chamber. It is visually very similar to what you saw before. It's got an altar. It's got pews. It's got a red carpet down the center. On the altar is a chair, and there are 2 doors to 2 rooms behind the main altar at the end of the corridor.
Is there anyone in the room with me?
In this larger room, no.
Okay. I'm gonna, as quiet as I can, go to the other side of the room. Look for any Katoa items.
Make a perception check, please. Perception.
Oh, it's good. It's 23, I think.
Okay, as you're standing on that altar in the back of the room where those 2 open doors are to 2 other chambers, one of them is easy enough. It's just a chamber area where you use the bathroom. There's no one using the bathroom at the current point. It's a smaller room, nothing of interest. The other door is open. This is on the right side. As you're facing the altar, it's on the right side. It opens up into a much larger chamber, kind of like a back storage area.
Okay.
In that back storage area you notice a flash of movement out of the corner of your eye. Someone is in that room.
Quietly as I can, I'm gonna try to peek around.
Sure. Make a stealth check.
Yes. Okay. What'd you get?
I got, with my bonus, a 25.
I got a 13 plus 18, 31.
31. So guess what? You're stealthing. You peek around the corner, make a perception check. If anyone is in the room, they are not aware of the fact that you're peeking around the edge.
Sorry. 18 plus 7, 25.
With a 25, you see an awful lot. Okay. First thing you notice is on the floor, there is a pentagram diagram with candles and stones and chalk. Very similar to the kind of stuff that Pia does in his spare time, especially when he's going to talk to Baylor. Standing behind that is a creature. It's a creature that you've never seen before. It radiates an aura of power. It is at least 8.5 feet tall. It has gray modded skin. It has wings. It has claws. It has horns.
Gargoyle?
If it was the king or the god of all gargoyles, then yes, it would be a gargoyle.
It's a fucking legendary deer creature, probably.
It radiates fierceness and power, and its back is to you as it's leaning over a table doing something with this pentagram chalk diagram between you and this creature is this diagram on the floor. It's in the middle of doing something. What would you like to do? It's not aware of your presence, Baka.
You know, if I had the historian sword, I actually might try to attack this thing. If only I had it. Oh.
If only.
I'm just going to observe some more.
Okay.
I'm gonna like float up to the ceiling. Like,
are you still invisible?
I am definitely still.
So you're invisible.
And
you're not making any noise on the ground.
I assume this thing probably has true sight or something like that. But I'm staying behind. It's
you're staying back near a pillar, trying to get a good angle, looking into the room.
Yeah, I'm trying to go as high as possible because most people are gonna look down.
Not much happens besides the fact that it looks as if there's like a mortar and a pestle. Just in case there's someone in the audience that doesn't know what a mortar and a pestle is, it's really simply just like a bowl and like a grinding kind of like stick where you put like different types of materials or chemicals in the bottom of the bowl and you crush it in order to make a paste or a mixture. That's a mortar and a pestle. he's got one of those on the table. As far as what chemicals or things he's crushing, you're not aware of.
No
But he
Crucible of
basically
Woe, though?
takes, sorry, say again?
No Crucible of Woe?
You do
Anything
not,
like
from
that?
your vantage point, see a Crucible of Woe. It looks like a normal bowl.
Okay.
He takes the material that he's crushed in the mortar and pestle and smears it on his face. As he turns around, you get a good look at him. He has red eyes, red fangs, mottled gray skin. He's just extremely, something about him tells you that this is the irony. You know what? Make a perception check really quickly. Make a perception check.
Oh my God, I'm on my game right now. 19 plus 7, 26.
You know, I was looking for plus 20. Something about with 20 or higher, something about him is familiar. 25 and higher, there's a hunch that you have. At 25 and higher, you rolled a 26. You believe that this is Captain Hull. You don't know if this is Captain Hull transformed into something else.
Wow.
You don't know if this is if Captain Hull always was this thing, but something's telling you in your gut, this thing is Captain Hull. I am at the core of this whole thing right now. So he crushes the stuff. He smears it on his demonic face. He sits down cross-legged in front of the pentagram in chalk on the ground, and he begins meditating, for lack of a better word. And he just goes into a quiet kind of quasi-sleep, sitting there, obviously communicating with something somewhere else. And then what you also notice, one thing you didn't notice until he turned around, is that around his face are these tentacles, as if his face is as if you took like a squid that was the size of your hand with tentacles, and you put it on somebody's face, and the tentacles were like floating in the air. And you
talking about like Davy Jones from Pirates of the
yeah,
Caribbean?
exactly, like Davy Jones from the that's exactly what his face looks like from the pirate movies with Johnny Depp. Absolutely.
Okay.
So he is still unaware of your presence. He's distracted doing something else. So what would you like to do, Baka?
You said he's meditating right now.
He seems to be meditating. Yes.
Okay. Am I aware if this, in case I need to make a quick teleport exit, am I aware if this is like next to the outside of the building, this room, or is it like the
You are
inside
not
room?
aware. You don't know. Oh, well, no, that's not true. Not true. No, let's give me an intelligence check, because you're a little panicked right now because you know this is
16.
you real 16. With a 16, I think it would be reasonable to think that you've got to be somewhere near the outside of the building, because the other room on the other side of the altar leads to a similar bathroom from the second floor where there's like that small window that led to the outside. So it would make sense, logical sense that maybe on the other side of that far wall is probably the outside of the building.
Okay.
You don't know 100%, but you think that that's the case with the 16.
So while he's meditating, is there anything I could steal?
That's
Like
interesting.
anything valuable or
Make a perception check.
All right, I got a 18.
With an 18, you can't really get a good sense of what's in the room. The mortar and the pestle do not look expensive. They look rudimentary. Besides the fact that that's on the floor, like right next to him. On the altar, there are candlestick holders. I know you like candlestick holders. I mean,
Well, doing it. Let's go. I'm
sure.
going.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh my God, I got a 3. Thankfully, I have reliable talent, so it's a 28.
With the 28, none the wiser. Write down 2 golden candlestick holders.
Ooh,
Okay.
gold one.
Golden ones. Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
we're
Wow.
upgrading from silver.
Upgrading from silver to gold.
I
Is there
need
anything
some
else you'd
platinum.
like to do, Baka?
Now that I'm kind of like farther in the rooms, can I see if there's anything else?
No, nothing else of value. I apologize.
Okay.
There might have been some valuable things in here, but you have a feeling like it's been kind of ransacked previously. You could just kind of tell, like the rest of the city.
Okay. I'm going to vamoose out of here now.
Okay. How are you, Mamus? How are you leaving?
So I'm just gonna go to where I know the outside is and teleport out.
Easy enough. The only thing is, and you're floating with your boots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're about 3 stories above. So I just want to make sure you weren't going to fall to your death. All right, cool. So yeah, easy enough. Without if you're invisible and you don't attack and you're floating, it's you're a perfect stealth machine. So you
I
made your
really
way
might
out.
have attacked if I had the historian. Probably would not have been a good idea though.
So let's switch from you. It's let's say about 10:30.
I'm just gonna head to the alleyway where I told them to meet up.
Heading to the alleyway. While you're on your way there, it's about 10:30. You remember saying to them that you wanted to see them at noon, about an hour and a half from now. So let's cut back to the city of Flitwick. You guys, it's 10:30 in the afternoon. What would you guys like? Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. I got a little wrapped up with it. That's where Baca thinks you are. But where you actually are is the Forian Desert at the base of that tree with the 3 holes in it. And you have the Book of Fistandantilus. What would you guys like to do? Sun is high in the sky. It's, it's warmer, even though it's the winter, but it's warmer because you are in the desert. What would you like to do?
Well, this went faster than I thought. So
what time is it?
We're going to be a little early picking Baca up.
It is 10:30 in the morning. You told Baca that you would pick him up at noon. Well, actually, Pia told him that. I don't think Theoden told him anything.
I mean, we could beat all the other parents in the pickup line if we go now, then yeah.
Really?
Just wait outside for him,
Yeah. That's I'm
Don't
down.
play embarrassing music while you're waiting in the car.
Oh, we'll embarrass you.
Always.
Yeah.
My dad used to pick me up from middle school blasting Insane Clown Posse.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah, no.
Pat, you want the Western?
Yeah.
I mean, do we just go to Friend Pool now and kind of wait for him? Hang out?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Cool.
Let's go cause a ruckus.
All right. So where are you headed exactly, Theoden?
Where he wanted to pick us up.
Absolutely. It's
where
easy
he wanted
enough.
us to pick him up.
Easy for you to remember that dark, secluded alley on the edge of the city of Friendpool. You say the password, which is
duck butter.
All the entire group of you, including the animals, make your way on the second charge of the day to that alley. I need everyone. Actually, you know what? You can't do a stealth check on the way through a teleportation. So I'm just going to make 2 quick rolls. And I rolled low. So as you fall out of the teleportation hole in time and space onto that secluded alleyway, there are no soldiers within eyeshot. It's easy enough for you to hide in that alleyway should you so desire, unless of course you want to, I don't know, investigate the city. The day is yours. What would you like to do?
Investigate the city.
I'm just giving you an option. It's
there's nothing here.
Well, you don't know that, Theoden. You haven't been to last time you were in Friendpool, it was a busy, bustling, crowded city. True. You don't know that. Yeah. So it's up to you. Maybe you want to go find Baca. I don't know.
He's baiting you. Don't listen to him.
What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to step out of the alleyway.
Oh my God, here it is. The end of times.
So he steps out of the alleyway. Let's make a perception check for the soldiers.
Oh God, you're so sorry.
I rolled an 18 and a 17, which means both of them notice the muscular, overweight dwarf who's slightly balding step out of the alleyway. They look at you and they start walking in your general direction. Theoden, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna pull down my pants and I'm gonna start pretending to take a shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was they pick up the pace and head towards you faster. And they say, sir, what are you doing? You can't do that here.
It was an emergency.
Oh, pull up your trousers, man. This is embarrassing. Oh, geez. What are you actually trying to take a shit?
No, I just want to get them off my back.
Oh, I'm just wondering. I want to know if you actually
attention to yourself by taking a shit was gonna work.
Oh, jeez, this is against the law. He actually puts his hand on you, grabs you by the pauldron, with your pants down by your knees, turns you around, throws you up against the wall. Do you resist, Theoden?
Yeah. What are you doing?
All right, I'm arresting you, you fool. You can't defecate in public.
Where's the bathroom? I couldn't find a bathroom. I'm lost. I hit my head. I fell. I was down some stairs. I don't know.
Make a deception check. Deception check.
With disadvantage.
All right. While he's doing that,
yes.
I want to disguise self real quick as like I just want to look like a. You know what? Let me look like another dwarf.
Okay.
All right, but like
male or female?
A male dwarf, but like a little younger looking, I guess.
Harry looks at you with a surprised look on his face, and he's wondering to himself, "Do I look like that? Is he imitating me?"
No.
But anyway,
Harry's
and then I'm gonna
now.
walk up to this commotion, assuming I hear it actually before I even.
You don't know. You absolutely hear it. You
Okay.
are still in the shadows of the alleyway.
Yeah. So
maybe
let me
about
come
15
out.
feet away.
And let me come out, and I'm gonna be like, Dad, what the hell are you doing? Oh my God, sir, please let my father go. He's very old and he's a little delusional.
All right,
I'll take care of him.
So check this out. I would like Theoden and Pia to roll a deception check, but here's the deal. I want Pia to roll the deception check. Theoden, you're giving him advantage. So you roll both rolls, Pia. You roll with advantage deception.
All right. What is my deception again?
Good, because I didn't roll good deception.
16 plus 12. 28.
You needed a 25 or higher. So just pull his pants up. This is ridiculous.
Yes, I will take care of it. I am so sorry about this. And then I'm gonna pick up his pants and just kind of like hit him in the back and like, let's go, and just kind of like walk in the opposite direction.
The one that was talking to you the whole time was with another soldier. The other soldier hadn't said a single word until right now, where he says, "Young man, 1 second. Where are you and your father headed?"
I'm just gonna take him to an inn or something and just get him some rest. He looks really tired.
What is your purpose in this city?
We're just travelers. We were gonna shop around and just hang out. We're like sightseeing. It's very beautiful here.
Okay, just really quickly, I want you to make a deception check, not an advantage, just a straight roll deception check. By the way, Baka, you're invisible and floating, and you witnessed this entire thing.
I'm like just flabbergasted at the stupidity of.
Are you surprised?
What did you roll?
All you do is
rolled
hide
a
in the alley.
27.
You rolled a 27.
Oh
I needed a
my
25 or higher. He looks at you. He looks you up and down. He looks your father up and down. Carry on. And turns
Thank you.
around. And
We
the
won't
two
let
of them,
this happen again.
and the two of them walk off.
Yeah. Speak for
So
yourself.
so now
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
I'm gonna start pissing on the guards. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Oh my God.
so for all intents and purposes, the guards have now turned and are walking away. You are in front of that dark alley. You're not aware that Baka is floating nearby. What would you guys all like to do?
I'm gonna use the earrings and just say you guys are fucking morons.
I fixed that
We
shit.
came for you.
I fixed it.
All right.
Barely.
Let me
do you
rephrase
expect
that.
anything less?
Thaden, you are a moron. Everyone
I
else is.
barely fixed it.
Oh my God, you guys are like, all you do is
What a
come pick me up.
mess.
Now what are you doing?
Where are you, Baka?
I'm above you guys.
Yeah, you
floating.
asked.
Okay.
You asked us
Let's
to
go
get
home.
you.
We got to get out of here. I saw Captain Hall. It's really bad.
All right.
I
What
got
would
to
you
tell
guys
You
you
want
like
the good news or the bad news?
Give them the bad news.
What's the bad news?
Bad news is we're
We
walking
can't
out of
leave
here.
till tomorrow.
Why?
We can leave. We can just walk out of here.
Why? We
We'd
can't
have
walk
to
out of here.
walk,
The
yeah.
city is under control. They're not going to let us out. Why can't we teleport out?
The crown will break.
We had some difficulties, and we need to use the crown.
Technical difficulties.
What kind of difficulties? Why did you?
It
Just
doesn't
a,
matter. It
Partha
doesn't
Snacks got killed.
Hang on, just
Oh,
a
okay.
player question though.
Sure.
If you use the last charge, it doesn't guarantee.
not-
No,
you gotta roll
No, it doesn't.
Roll.
No,
You
you
just
roll.
can't roll
You
a
roll
one.
a. You roll a d20. If you
But
roll a
with my
1,
luck-
it
Are you really
disintegrates.
not that confident? I mean, whatever.
I just thought it'd be fun.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. So what happened? Why? If Partha Snacks is dead.
Yep.
He was in Flintwick with you guys.
He
So
was.
What did you use the teleport on? then?
It's technically he's still there.
Okay.
Most of
But
it.
what did you use the teleport on then?
We had to grab some things.
Yeah, there was some trouble.
Couple hours.
You know, Theoden was doing his thing.
I
He
had to
touched
go
the body.
see some
We,
people,
the guards got
know.
mad at us. We needed to kind of.
We had to go
Alright,
zip
insight
zang
check.
boom.
Sure, make an insight
Yeah.
check.
All right. I should tell you.
No, I read a flyer.
Don't
that,
say the roll yet. Sirach, are you lying?
Of course he is.
No, I'm asking Sirach. Sirach, are you lying?
I'm not
I
telling the
don't
whole
know if I
truth.
should.
You're not telling the whole truth. So since you're not telling the
Yeah.
whole truth, I will allow you to roll either a deception check or a persuasion check, whichever you prefer. Let me
Okay.
know what you get,
No,
Sirach.
Baka, this is the truth. I saw a flyer in Flitwick that said that the old Nog the Great is actually real. So I wanted to go see him.
I want you to roll a deception check as well, Pia.
Okay,
Rob,
I'll roll,
Sirach,
can I
what'd
roll
you
a
get?
separate
spewing out
insight
lies
check
to
against
him now.
Pia?
Yes, you can.
That was like a flat out fucking.
So what'd you
lie.
get, Sirach?
I got a 24.
I just
What?
thought it'd be funny.
I got a 24.
24.
I got a
Baka-
24 too.
All right,
That's
so the
hilarious.
point is
I
it's a
actually
tie,
did as well.
and
12,
and
12.
so all three of you got 24s.
That's
My second
ridiculous.
roll was a
No
Yeah.
way.
I
24
swear
as
to God, there's a 12.
So basically, what we have here is a Mexican standoff. It's a stalemate. You guys
is gonna have to,
don't know
make
whether or
Nog
not to
now.
believe who was
I'm
whatever it
gonna
is.
turn to Harry. Harry, where did they use the teleport helm?
Oh, don't look at me. I'm not getting involved. In this.
Harry,
Harry's
All I
staying
know
out of
is-
this. Don't
Baka,
involve
you're not going to
Harry.
believe this. Okay.
What?
First of all, Partha Snacks is dead because he apparently went into the city, into Flitwick, and started blowing people up for no reason. He accidentally killed a family of kobolds. So they arrested him, they tried him, and they convicted him of a capital crime, and they executed him. They took his head off. And Theoden has his head in one of his sandbags.
Oh, throw
He's
me
carrying
under the bus,
around the
why
bag.
don't you, Harry?
okay.
I'm just saying, why are you carrying around a day? It's going to start to smell, and
Well,
it's
he
going to
probably
attract.
wants to
revive
revive
him somehow, Harry.
Why do you want to revive this guy? I don't get it.
There was a reason. We were looking for him for some reason. I don't remember though.
Well, Harry doesn't know either. So
All right, so Harry, tell me where the teleport came into play because we need to get the fuck out of here. We can't. We can't.
well,
even
it
walk
doesn't
out the
matter.
city.
What the point is, can't you do it 3 times a day, Theoden? Why don't you just do it a 3rd time and get it over with?
Ah.
Theoden, we need to get out of here.
Yeah,
If you saw,
just do it.
if you saw what I saw, you would not be wanting to stay in the city.
I'll make you a deal.
The fuck?
I'll teleport us if you have a taste of my duck butter.
And everyone, boom, 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 boom. Where are you going, Theoden? Where are you going?
Back to Flit with the
Oh
tavern.
god.
Back to the tavern, to the Laughing Habit
Yeah,
in
the
Flitwick.
Laughing
Well,
Habit,
I
Roll
guess
a
you guys avoided it.
D20.
I didn't find out about the book
Roll a d20.
for now.
Uh-oh. Why am I rolling a D20?
Just let me know what you get.
We do it on the app.
No, I just want to know what'd you get.
A 9.
You got a 9. You just needed to not roll a 1. That's all.
Oh.
So perfect.
So it doesn't get destroyed.
So it does not get destroyed. It functions. The only thing is that for the rest of this day, it has 0 charges and you cannot use it until tomorrow. So it's about 11 o'clock in the afternoon
Where
on
are
the
we now?
25th. You are now in Flitwick upstairs in the Laughing Habit.
Okay.
Smells
So-
like duck butter in here.
I don't know
Oh,
what,
what does that smell like?
Not good.
I think that's just the rotting head inside Theoden's knapsack.
Maybe.
It's not in my knapsack.
No, it's in my
It's on
pillow.
Pia's pillow.
But if cleaning service came and just saw that rotting head on the pillow.
Service. It's
That is a
tavern.
good point.
Well, the point is there is a dirty stain and a kind of like a sopping mess stain on one of the 2 pillows in the room. I'm sure it's going to take a lot of work to get the stain out, but
It's all right. We'll just burn the pillow.
Yeah, pretty much.
so while you guys are up in that Laughing Habit room,
Oh well. Can I was gonna tell
Can
him
you
about
what?
I was gonna talk to him about what I saw.
absolutely go for it.
So yeah, so I saw a Katoa member leaving the Gold Keep. He was on a cart, and in the back of the cart was a bunch of bodies, much like the ones we found in the Harper basement, Citadel basement. They were like devoid of the soul, but still alive, kind of. Anyway, so I followed the guy. Well, I went to the basement and found a bunch of more corpses, but there was no one in there, no one else. And then I followed that cart driver all the way out to the outskirts of the city and found hundreds, just a landfill filled with bodies. And I killed a guy.
Why?
Well, I asked him some questions.
And he answered them.
Yeah.
And
Harry
anyway.
Harry looks at Pia with like a
Maybe.
weird look on his face, like, why are you asking why? Like,
I don't know. I'm just busting his chops.
no, exactly. He's just looking at you like, obviously you really are a warlock, aren't you? Anyway, continue.
So yeah, he, he's working.
Hair's getting a little snippy.
He wasn't high up in the totem pole. He didn't know very much that we didn't know.
I mean, if I was hanging out with us, I'd get snippy too.
He told me the leader's name in Abyssal, which for the life of me, I can't pronounce. So anyways, I found out that their leader was on the 3rd floor of the Gold Keep.
Does anyone know Abyssal or Infernal?
I know Infernal.
I know Infernal.
Infernal. Do you want to try to approximate what that sounded like in the language?
Yeah.
You want to try?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I would like. I would like for Baka to make a performance check.
Oh.
Let me know what you get.
17.
17. And I want Pia to make a perception check. And let me know what Pia gets in the perception check.
Oh fuck. 11.
You couldn't understand what he was saying. It just didn't sound like
Sorry,
Infernal or Abyssal.
My vowels and S's are like a little.
Well, actually, no. Let me take that back. I think I'm doing it in the reverse. Because to get, well, no, you rolled an 11. 11 is a shitty roll. Never mind. Forget it. You did a decent job, Baka, you think. But for some reason, PI, you couldn't understand it.
Tell him to write it down next time.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
I got an 18.
So.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a second.
Oh.
Sirach, what languages do you know?
I know Infernal.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
And you got an 18?
Yeah.
Sounded like Lord Bazazan in Infernal.
Lord Bazazan. Okay. We
Do you
know
tell
that
them?
name.
Do you
Yeah,
tell
I'll
them?
tell them.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Sounds like a broken version of Lord Bazazan.
okay, it makes sense.
Your pronunciation's off.
So, like I said, he said his boss was.
Actually, hold on a second. I'm sorry. You rolled an 18?
Yeah.
That it wasn't a 20 plus. Never mind.
You kind of gave it away already, Chris.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
There's
he's gonna
something.
add
There's
to it.
something else.
Oh.
There's something else, but he didn't roll. He rolled an 18, not a 20 or higher. So forget it. Never mind.
Ooh, a subliminal message.
Lord Bazazan.
All right, so he said his boss was on the 3rd floor of the Gold Keep, so I snuck up there, and in the back room behind the church or reception area, throne room, I don't know what the hell to call it. He was doing a ritual with a pestle and mortar and a pentagram, and it was just a creature of massive power, and I started describing what it looked like, and
Sure.
and my suspicion said it was actually Captain Hall. And yeah, it didn't see me. I definitely think it would have killed me. I probably would not have been able to escape if it had caught me. But I managed to steal two golden candlesticks from it.
And you show them the
while I was
candlesticks, and they're awesome.
meditating.
These are the best looking candlesticks you guys have seen in a long time. And he's a connoisseur of candlesticks. He's got some nice ones. These are the best ones. So
They're gonna be great on my mantle.
what would you guys like to do?
So yeah, do with that information what you guys can. But he's there.
Well, I don't know. Do we really want to res Parthenos or no?
If we do, we should definitely do it outside the city.
Then we'd have to steal his body. And you realize they'll never let us back in here again, right?
We could disguise self.
Oh, good idea.
Why don't you just walk up to the body, open the dimension door, grab the body, and go through with it?
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Look at you. But, ooh.
But
that's something's gonna backfire. Somebody's gonna see.
Baka, while you're having this conversation with Pia, you don't notice it. Baka, you seem a little distracted.
I do.
I'll explain to you why in a little while. Okay. Pia, you're not aware of it.
Okay.
He's a little distracted. So feel free to continue the conversation, but Baka, limit your responses because
10
you're
more.
distracted.
No,
I'll just mute my mic.
I think it's late, right?
It's actually like around noontime. You actually shaved off an hour. It's about 11 a.m.
Are we in the room right now?
You're inside the room at the Laughing Habit.
Why don't I try to make myself look like Roland, and then we just take it and go? Good idea.
Yep. Yeah, why not?
I think that's better because then it doesn't make like us look like assholes, and then we can actually come back here if we need to, especially because for Sirach's sake, if we do something that they're not going to like and they can kick us out of here, then Sirach can't get his money.
Hold that thought.
Mm-hmm.
So now while he was having that conversation, Baka, you were kind of like half listening because at the exact same time you were receiving a magical message in your ear, similar to a sending spell, but probably more powerful because more than 25 words were coming through.
Oh.
You hear a familiar female voice in your ear just pop in, Baka, that only you can hear. Someone that you know. You're immediately reminded of an image of a beautiful orc woman with dark curly hair.
Oh God.
Very sexy, very long legs, high heel shoes, usually with like tattoos of musical notes wrapped around her legs. I'm referring to someone named Issa, who was originally an enemy, a member of the member of the Orcish Revenge, but obviously since the defeat of the Orcish Revenge, she has kind of been a little bit of a free agent. She whispers into your ear in a magical way and says, "It's been a long time, Baka. I hope I'm not disturbing you," she says.
Nah, what's up, sweet cheeks?
Just wanted to say, I hope you left that necklace alone and did not get it. I'm talking about, remember the necklace that I asked you to go get? It was called the Nornfire necklace.
Let me stop you there.
Sure.
Well, my team was pretty high strung on getting it.
Oh
so
no.
We got it.
You
And
tell me you still have it.
No. I didn't want to trade it away, but they didn't traded it to the Black Dragon Rexa.
Do I hear what he's saying?
You don't hear any of it. It's a mental message, just like telepathy.
I had bad feelings about that. I didn't want to, but it was kind of like all of them are against me.
You hear her sigh in through the inside your mind. She goes, I found out what it actually was. It was something more powerful than what I thought it was when I was trying to get it in order to defend myself against Lorenzo.
Yeah, it's I remember.
Oh no.
What was it called, Chris?
The Talisman of Ultimate Evil.
Yeah, the Talisman of Ultimate Evil. I tell her the name. Is that the one it is?
Yes, you know more. You actually know more than I did.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that you had left well enough alone. I found out what it was, and the irony is that now the Brood of Katoa will have it. Oh no.
I had a feeling. Do you know if Rexa is working for them, the Black Dragon? Do you know of her?
I don't know of anyone named Rexa. I don't. I just know that I know that now the Brood of Katoa is, since I've gone rogue, the Brood of Katoa is now after me. I'm actually on the run, trying to stay hidden and out of major cities, laying low. They think that I've basically given you the information on purpose. I was originally supposed to get that. All right, I'll tell you the whole truth. It had nothing to do with Lorenzo. It had nothing to do with defending myself against my ex-boyfriend. I was supposed to take a team of people and convince them to get the necklace for the Brood of Katoa for Lord Bazazan. And obviously instead I changed my mind. I wanted to get it for myself. But then once I was able to escape, I thought I was scot-free, but now they're after me and I don't know what to do. Oh.
So do you think Lord Bazastan has the necklace, or where do you think it would be now? Who do you think will have it?
Well, who did you give it to? Describe this person.
I describe what I believe to be Rexa. I describe her also as a black dragon who's an informant a spy. She's like a broker, basically. And I didn't know who she was supposed to give the necklace to. But yeah, she probably gave the necklace to someone she works for.
Right.
I would love to steal it back and get it back. I don't
Listening.
Is it fair to say, Baka, for the sake of the narrative, that once this conversation is over, you would relay this information to the people in the room?
No, not completely.
Not completely? Okay, so we'll work that out, what you actually relay, because I want to see if I can figure out a way to tie this together. So you listen to this, you give her the whole description of, what Rexa looks like and the fact that she's a black dragon. And all right, so
I tell her about her many personas that we've encountered.
Got you. The fact that she changes her hair color, the fact that
we've encountered her as a Brutacatoa member before.
She could be working for them. This informant, she may be a member of the Brutacatoa. It's possible.
Oh, I've long thought of that, but she's been sleeping her way with the dwarf.
Well, that means nothing. Women use their what they have available to them in order to get what they want.
Well, that's the whole point. She used that to get what she wants, which was the necklace.
I can't continue to talk. I just wanted you to know that I was angry at you originally because I felt like you used me for sexual favors, and I just wanted you to know that I did enjoy my time with you, and that I hope there's no foul feelings between us. She says.
Well, good luck with the Brutacatoa. If you figure out where the necklace is, let me know, and
I'll be keeping an eye out. I will try and keep you informed as much as I can, but I have to actually, it's necessary for me to, I know they're on to me, and it's only a matter of time before they find me. I need to try to go underground if I can. Be well, and I will talk to you soon, little one. And that's it. You don't hear any more in your earphone.
Okay.
So now, how much of that do you relay to the room? Because they obviously noticed that you were super distracted as they were talking about Parthenax's head and the strategy to get Parthenax off that spike in the center.
I'm basically just gonna say that Issa was calling me, just simply, and that she told me that not to go after the necklace. I told her that we already found it and that we didn't have any more, and then she thought the Brutacatoa is now in possession of it. And I didn't tell her about me talking about Rexa, because obviously that held no information. That I was trying to get her to see what she knew about Rexa, but she didn't know anything. So I don't tell them about me talking about Rexa. I just tell them that the necklace is probably in the Brutacatoa's hands now, and that she's on the run. Or so she says.
Do you guys ask him any questions about that, or do you just leave it be and go back to Parthenax's situation?
Yeah, leave it be.
Yeah, you got any questions?
Not right now.
Cool, no problem. What about you, Sirach?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
So what's the plan for getting the body of Parthenax? What's the plan?
I could use this guy. I can use Alter Self to make myself look like Robert, or what his name is.
Roland, just for your memory's sake, looks a little bit like LeBron James. Imagine LeBron James in the new Space Jam movie, and that is Roland.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could do it too.
You have Alter Self?
What? No, I don't have Alter Self. I have Disguise Self. But
just to give you a heads up,
Alter Self's a little more physical.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, that's true. But
I was gonna say the most important thing to notice is that you're about 3.5 feet tall, correct?
Yeah,
Baka.
Alter Self can make myself look like Roland.
Okay, because he's almost 7 feet tall.
It can do it.
It can do it. Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, cool.
I think it can, or maybe it can't. Let me look it up. It was either Disguise Self or Alter Self.
The reason why I say it is because Pia is almost 6 feet tall himself, so it's a little bit less of a jump for Pia to go from 6 to 7 feet.
You can decide what you look like, including your height, weight, facial features, and voice.
Yeah, because I don't have Alter Self. I have Disguise Self.
And Disguise Self, I think it's just plus or minus 1 foot.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. So so Baka, if you want to be Roland, go for it.
Yeah, if you want to have a little fun, I'm usually the one.
No, actually, you're better at deception.
Is that how we're doing this? All right, I'll do it.
All right.
You're a natural born liar.
For the sake of the narrative, not to
Okay.
stretch it out, there's no need for me to go crazy with this. They told you in advance that if Roland came forward, he would be able to take possession of the body. You look like Roland. Pia, make a deception check. Just do a simple roll, and we'll move on with it.
17 plus 12.
70 plus 12 is a 29. You totally, they completely believe it. And they release the body to you. They say that they were going to keep it out on public display for 3 days, but it's starting to smell. They might as well get rid of it. You're free to take possession of the body. They give it to you. So now you have the 2 pieces of Parthasnax's body: the head, the dismembered head, and the rest of his person.
Although we had a cleric that was here.
Yeah. So let's just say, while we're waiting for Theoden to talk to his god Elune and determine how much energy and strength he has on this particular calendar day, that Sirach, something clicks in for you about that translation. You see, the way in which he said it to you when he first came, there's something weird about infernal in the way in which you put an accent towards the middle of the word, that it basically indicates gender. And if you miss the particular inflection in the middle of the word, it's impossible to know whether it's a male or female gender that you're referring to. It's a weird kind of like aspect of infernal. And then it's been bugging you this whole time. And you realize that you ask Baka to it would help you to ask Baka to try and repeat the word again.
Okay.
Would it be fair to say that you ask him at some point to repeat it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be like, hey, what was that word again?
Baka, make another performance check to try to get that word out. 19. Sirach, give me a perception check.
Guidance?
Yes, you can.
Sorry, Pia, that guidance probably ain't gonna help shit.
It's free to use.
But that's okay, because Pia can also understand infernal, correct?
7.
I can.
So you make a perception check as well.
7 with guidance. Oh,
Fuck. 11
Damn.
again.
11 again. Yeah, it's something that you just can't, for some reason, you can't put your finger on. It's again, it's if you heard a person who's fluent in infernal, you would immediately know what the gender is, whether it's male, female, or gender neutral, gender fluid. But something about the way he's saying it is just, again, it's not rolling off the tongue. But there's a hunch there. Something's not connecting for you, Sirach. That's why you asked him again. But anyway, let's put that on the side right now. Theoden, guess what? You successfully have the entire body of Parthasnax. What would you like to do?
Resurrection, baby.
Right out in the center of the plaza?
No.
In broad daylight?
No.
No, we need
So
to
where are
like,
you?
I would not even want to do
let's
this
do it back
here.
at the tower.
No. Yeah, that's
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
that's
Fair
a really
enough.
good idea. I like
So
it.
you're carrying the dead body through the streets.
Yeah.
One of you looks like Roland, so I guess you probably will go unmolested as you make your way out the gates. You make your way to the tower. Let's just, for the sake of the narrative, you guys are now. It is 2:00 in the afternoon, because sometimes these things take time. So 2:00 in the afternoon, and you guys are on the second floor of his tower, on scattered amongst the books and the broken furniture, but you have both pieces of the body. What would you guys like to do?
Do we have stuff to do?
And we're in the tower.
You're in the tower.
But do we have?
Yeah, I was going to say that there is a spell component for resurrection. Or
Yeah.
do you guys have? Let me actually look it up real quick just to be on the
1,000
safe side.
diamond and gold pieces.
1,000. So, do you have a diamond valued at 1,000 gold pieces or more?
I don't.
They didn't.
don't.
We either should have 2 500s or 1,000.
Yeah. I think it's in the pouch of holding.
Okay, well, I open it up.
You open it up. What do you
Do you have-
find?
Do you have what do you have written down?
Yeah, what do you have written down? I have a feeling that you only have 2 500 each for raised dead. That's what I have a feeling.
2
What do you mean 2 500?
I've had 2 separate gems.
Oh,
of 500 gold
Yeah,
pieces each. That's. I don't think he has a gem worth 1,000 or more. I think he's got 2 separate
we
gems
used that
worth of
last
total.
But
Maybe.
no. But oh yeah, it's a diamond worth.
Yes, it is. So here's the situation. If you want to attempt it, you can attempt it, but the DC will be higher. That's all it means. It's up to you.
Might as well go for it.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, no problem.
What?
So
Okay.
what?
All right. No, that's fine. That's fine.
So you do the necessary ritualistic components of the you're doing resurrection, not raise dead, correct, Aiden?
Resurrection, yeah.
Resurrection. All right, so here's what I'd like you to do. Let's do a little ceremony out of it. We won't extend it out. No, actually, you know what? Because it's not a player character. I want just a wisdom roll on behalf of Theoden. Wisdom check for Theoden.
Oh, guidance.
Yes, you can. You can absolutely guide him.
Ooh. With the guidance.
With the guidance.
Where did my dice go right now? Well, the guidance sucked, but it's a 23.
Oh, all right. So here's the situation. The DC, if you had the gem worth 1,000 more, the DC would have been 10 or higher. Okay.
Mm.
Because you used incorrect spell components, it went to 15 or higher.
Well,
You rolled a 23. You rolled a 23. So the 2 gems worth 500 each disintegrate into the chest of Parthenax. And at the same time, you notice snowflakes begin to fall from the ceiling of the room,
guys, right
landing on the body of Parthenax as the neck and the shoulders begin to slowly meld themselves together, slowly as it becomes part one flesh, one body.
I knew it. I knew we needed the head.
And before long, Parthenax goes,
He is alive.
He is alive. You have resurrected him successfully with that 23 roll. Parthenax is basically breathing deeply. He sits up. He's looks like he's got basically resurrected. Like if somebody went into a pool and almost drowned, and they just spit up water. That's what he kind of looks like.
Okay.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that.
Why is that?
Why?
Because I deserve to die.
Well,
I deserve my fate. Why have you brought me back?
We have
Where's Roland?
Business. I don't know. I can't find him. We can't find him.
What business do you need me to finish?
Do you remember us?
Yes, I sent you to the Dwarven Rune Caves.
And
in order to find me an item of power to help me with my mental affliction. I do feel clearer than I have in a long time, though, which is nice. Oh, the demons are gone from my mind, which is nice. Oh, I don't know how long it will last, though. They always come back. Oh.
Well, for now, you're good, my friend.
Oh, yes. So I asked you to investigate the Dwarven Rune Caves for an item that would help me in my mental affliction. Did you find anything?
Yeah, we did, right?
Oh. Where's Roland? Roland! No, Roland does not arrive. Roland! So what would you guys like to do with the newly resurrected Parthenax, who obviously thanks you for bringing him back to life? Once he comes to his senses and realizes his guilt is, he does thank you for resurrecting him. Who wouldn't? But the bottom line is that he feels guilty for the things that he's done while in his mental state.
So
shit.
I feel indebted to you. What do you need from me?
Well, we went to the Dwarven Ruins.
Yes.
I don't recall us finding an item. Did we find an item?
No.
What?
Gold. Just gold.
There were no items.
Even the last one, didn't we?
That's so strange.
And
perhaps my research was wrong. Perhaps the answer to my puzzle. I need to do more research. I could be mistaken. I'm not perfect. I'm just a dragonborn.
We wanted to see if you knew anything else, if there was something we maybe missed.
I don't.
we did free the platinum dragon from the loop.
I don't know what that means.
Really? Well,
Platinum dragon
can I
loop?
insight check that?
Sure.
28.
With the 28, you're pretty certain he's telling the truth. He does not have any idea about the loop.
He has no idea about
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. You can tell with the 28 that his motivations for sending you into the Dwarven Rune Caves had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Huh.
All right. Well, is it a curse you're afflicted with? Maybe we can.
I don't know. I don't think it's a curse. I think it's a deficiency of some kind in my mind that keeps me from remembering
Alzheimer's?
things. I don't know what that is.
It's no joke.
It's absolutely no joke. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who's afflicted with ALS, we're not making light of that situation. But we do realize that in a fantasy world, there are, natural afflictions that can happen. Not everything is magical. So, but in another sense, though, I think Alzheimer's is probably maybe the name of a doctor that probably doesn't exist in that realm. So I don't think it's called Alzheimer's there. So
that's a good point.
Yeah. So. So,
is
there anything you guys would like to do?
Shit, I don't remember.
Maybe if he got to go in the water, that would have helped him.
But then he would have had to have come with us, and
we could have brought water with us.
Yeah.
Does that work?
I think it loses.
I don't know. We never tried it. It was a thought.
I wouldn't go in that water anyways. Didn't you guys pee in it?
Some of them.
Some of them. Yeah. All right. Well,
in any event, he says he'll make you tea if you want some tea.
I would love some tea.
Yeah.
So he brews you some tea. You notice over the next couple of hours, it goes from 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I will not cut you off, I promise.
Okay.
You have 3 hours hanging out with him, and you can ask all the questions you want. But let's say you spend at least the next 3 hours there having tea, eating crackers, relaxing, kind of like a little bit of a break from the chaos. What would you like to do, Baka?
I wanted to detect magic and identify those items I got.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
The cube, the amulet, the 2 wands.
Okay,
and
so
staff.
without investigating the cube very much, you realize that the cube is basically exactly the same thing. It is a Brood of Katoa teleportation device.
Okay.
It looks like a Rubik's Cube. You've seen one before. You've used it. The only thing that you know about it is the fact that you have one. Oh, no, actually, I don't think you do have one. That's right. So you do have one.
I'm holding on to one.
Hold on to one.
Oh, we got another one?
The only thing that's weird about if you cast Detect Magic and Identify, the only thing you learn about that cube is that they don't take you to a specific place. They're keyed to the place where they first, in other words, if someone uses the cube and goes from point A to point B and then loses track of it at point B, if someone else gets that cube, it takes them back to point A. So if you were to activate the cube, you have no idea where it will take you. It will take you back to whoever it is that used it last.
Okay.
So that's something that's a little unpredictable about those cubes. So what else do you have in that pouch of yours?
Oh, it's an amulet?
Amulet? The amulet is basically just an amulet of protection against good.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of protection against evil, it's protection against good. And it has a symbol of the Brood of Katoa on the face of it.
2 wands and a staff.
One of the wands is a wand of magic missiles. The other wand is an unenchanted piece of wood. Perhaps maybe it was being prepared to become a magic item, but had not been turned yet. And the staff is, hold that thought. I got to find it. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys.
Staff of Power.
Hold on.
No, that'd be too big.
Almost ready. Hold on.
Might be it. Nah.
Sorry for the delay, guys. Just okay. It is a where the fuck is it? I'm looking through I take screenshots of things to save on paper sometimes, and I'm going through my photo files to find the screenshot. It's called the Rod of Rulership. You can use an action to present the rod. It requires attunement. It's rare. And you can use the rod to present, to command obedience from a creature of your choice that you can see within 120 feet of you.
Ooh.
The target must succeed on a
Permanently or-
DC. Say again?
Permanently?
I don't think it's permanent, but let's go through it. Each target must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom or be charmed for 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
While
That's a long
charmed this way,
time.
the creature regards you as its trusted leader. If harmed by you or your companions, or the commanded to do something contrary to its nature, it ceases to be charmed in this way. So you don't get a slave out of it; you get a friend out of it.
Okay.
So it's basically one of those deals. It lasts for 8 hours if they fail their wisdom saving throw, and they become your trusted friend. They look at you as a leader. But if you do something that's seriously out of bounds, it basically will start to distrust you. So it's called the
Okay.
Rod of Rulership.
I'm gonna use it on Chester.
On Chester?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, why not? Can I get a perception check from Theoden?
Well, wait, but it's not attuned.
What's he doing?
That's true. That's
Just
true.
let, just let me. Come on. Just
No.
no.
You need to attune it, Baka.
Come on,
I
Chris,
apologize.
just-
No.
I don't want to tune into it.
That was a good answer. It was a good answer.
No.
So
damn it.
you'll have to attune it. Where you can't attune it while having tea and crumpets with the newly resurrected
All right,
Parthos
I'll
Max.
unattune.
So it was
and
a
then
good
I'll
idea, but you'll
reattune
have
my other items during that period.
Okay, so during that period, you attune the Rod of Rulership. What are you unattuning?
God. Unattuning my amulet of health, I guess.
Your amulet of health. Now, let's see if I can make a. Let's see. I would like you, Chusbaka, to make a wisdom check.
Okay. 12.
12. Okay, so with a 12, it's a shitty roll. All right, so you go off into the corner while everybody's having tea and crumpets. You figure you got a few hours to kill. You have this idea in your head about a really goofy fucking idea about getting the pets to love you more. So you decide to unattune this necklace of health. And as you basically focus on attuning this Rod of Rulership, you feel that the process is done and complete at around the time that you feel you're getting the vibe that Parthenax is like, well, you don't got to go home, but you got to get out of here kind of feel to it, right? And you're about to
Well,
take
you said
the
3 hours. It was only.
Yes,
tuning
well, I
only takes
mean,
an
well,
hour.
it takes a little time. You're involved in some of the conversation. You go off to the side. I mean, come on, you don't want to be rude to the guy.
No,
If,
I
you
want
know-
to be rude to him. I wanted to get this done now.
All right, fine, fair enough. Fair enough. I can't make you.
And
not
there
be
is
rude.
something I want to say.
Yeah,
to
I
him
wanna
before
talk
we
to
do
him
it
too.
anyway. Yeah.
Absolutely cool. So while this is going on, Abaka, you look at the necklace that you just took off of yourself, and you're about to put it, I'm assuming, into the pouch of the pouch of holding.
I mean, my pocket, but yeah.
Oh, you're gonna put it in your pocket instead of the zippered pouch of holding. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go to put it in your pocket, and something about the necklace strikes you. You're not sure what it is. And the reason why you're not sure is because all you rolled was a 12. But it slipped, whatever it was, slipped out of your mind, and you decide to pocket it, and that's the end of that.
That sucks.
So what would you guys like to say to Sirach and Pia? What would you guys like to say to Parthasnax before he decides to fool around with his Rod of Rulership?
Sirach, you can go first.
Okay. So I want to ask Parthasnax, like, hey, Sirach, by the way, never actually formally met you.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank you for helping return me to life.
No problem. So, in your research, this item that apparently we were supposed to maybe find in these caves, was there like an exact item that you told them about
Well, it
that
was
maybe slipped their mind, or just like you heard that there's something that might have been able to help you?
I heard that there was something that might be able to help me, something that might make me correct my mental faculties and make me feel healthier and more able in my thinking processes. But the ancient writings from the dwarves were not clear on exactly what type of an item it was. Just that it would be found in the dwarven caves.
All right.
It was an item that was worn by one of the 6. It was worn by one of the 6. But the writings did not say which of the 6 it was worn by.
All right.
Just one.
Sure.
Wisdom.
Okay. I don't remember if
Now
we picked anything
these
off one.
These ruins sealed off when we left them. Is there a way to open them back up?
I don't know. I've never actually been there. I wasn't even aware that was a factor. So you're saying that once you leave them, you cannot return.
Unless there's something we don't know.
Guys, we have Thaden's teleport helmet. We've been in there. We could teleport back inside.
I don't think it works like that.
Why don't we try?
Oh dear God.
Or why don't we send Thaden first and see if it works? If he doesn't come back, then
That was funny.
I mean, I'd go with him.
Did you take something off of one of the skeletons while we were in there?
Rock and Piawa.
Honestly, I don't remember. I don't think
You're the one that's always jumping on treasure, so you'd be the more likely one to have something in your pocket.
Make a Baka, make an intelligence.
That fucking amulet of
Baka, make an intelligence check, please.
Oh my God, I think I know what you're talking about, Chris.
It's your amulet of bodily health.
No. Intelligence is 15, but let me take a guess.
Your intelligence roll is 15.
Yeah. Let me take a guess.
Sure.
It was the amulet of precipitant health or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, what?
I don't know. Okay. Oh.
What is it called? Sorry?
Fuck. What was it? Protection. It was the one that protects against disease.
You rolled a 15.
The one I gave the chowder.
So let me get this straight. So it's a necklace that protects against disease.
Yeah.
And you found it where?
I don't know if I found it in there though. I found it somewhere.
Well, with a roll of 15, you probably would remember that. Yeah, you think that you did actually get a necklace that would help protect someone from disease in the Dwarven Rune Cave.
Oh,
that was a long time ago, though.
You told me a long time, like I had a side quest for that necklace. Remember? Now I know where it comes in.
And then you just realized that the necklace that you put in your pocket a few minutes ago, that you just unattuned yourself, would probably do the job.
No. That's fucking 38 health. I'm not gonna give him my 38
Well,
health.
which one did you unattune?
The necklace it's an amulet of constitution.
Oh no. I'm not talking about that. There's another. So what you believe
the
is
one he gave
that
to Chowder.
The one that you gave to Chowder in exchange for what?
I just gave it to him for free.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
Yeah, it does. You don't announce this to Partha Snacks, but it does occur to you that you might have given away a necklace from the Dwarven Rune Caves that would help someone defeat a disease.
Oh.
You might have given it away in your travels.
Well,
but you don't say anything to him, so.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. Shit. We can go ask Chowder for it. It's not like he needs it.
That's funny because you were just there getting the book.
Yeah, I know.
You were like literally right outside his house.
They didn't tell me shit. I don't know they were there.
It's true.
I'm gonna use the earring and be like, yeah, that I think I gave that amulet to Chowder because back when it was heard his wife died of that disease. Yeah, so maybe we can go ask Chowder for that amulet.
We're gonna have to.
Yeah, why not? Let's ask him forward back. Well, I mean, you gave it to him, so you gotta ask him.
Yeah, you asked.
Fine.
This is juicy. This is juicy.
Oh, you didn't even hear that, Harry. You don't have earrings.
I'm right next to you.
Oh.
That is
I'm
true.
sitting right next to you.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand and like punch him in the nuts with Mage Hand.
Oh, he drops the book.
Okay.
Before we go, Parthenax is something you should probably know.
Sure.
I don't know how much you do know, but
by all means.
I heard you did some wild stuff in Flitwick, and I would maybe stay out of there now that you're alive.
I will do the best I can. I mean, I don't know what kind of magic Theoden casted on me. I feel better.
Simple resurrection spell.
It must not be very simple, my friend, because I feel better than I ever have. I mean,
That's
by
because
now,
I had performed it.
by now I would have been feeling some anxiety and some depression, but as of right now, I feel better than I have in many years.
It's the light of a loon, my friend.
Well, it's a powerful light, and I do appreciate what you've done for me. Obviously, I don't want to take anything for granted. I may wake up tomorrow and feel the sensations coming back that plague me, but for right now, I feel excellent, and I owe it all to the group of you. If there's anything that I can do in the future travels, I will keep myself out of the city. I don't know what the law is in regards to. I mean, I was punished and I served my penance. The punishment was death and I died. So I don't know if they would kill me again. I'm not sure, but I will stay out of the city just in case.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe look into like learning a spell to dye your scales a different color.
Well, it's a simple, some sort of like illusion. I could do that. I could easily.
Yeah, you could do that.
Are you a master mage, by the way, or a wizard?
Well, master I'm more humble than that. I'm good. I don't think I'm great. I'm good. There are things that I can do.
Okay.
I can't change the fabric of reality.
But
Well,
not great.
Oh darn!
We'll talk about this later, but long story short, Katoa, the Elder God, is coming to the Prime Material world to kill everyone. Yada yada yada.
Oh my goodness, sounds dangerous.
We could use some help.
Well, how will I know where to go? What should I do?
Well, it's coming in the spring, a few months from now, the fight, and it's going to be in Frinpool. But
so you're saying that I should go to Frinpool?
no, I'm.
Do you have like a?
Till we ask you to come with us.
Well, make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Does anyone want to assist? Maybe you
Please,
could persuade
no,
with advantage.
Don't assist. I don't need help. I got the
Okay.
roll. I got 26. That's fine.
26. Well, he's absolutely in conversation. He's absolutely excited about the idea of helping you in return for bringing his life back. He says that his life belongs to you, and if it's a good enough cause, he would more than happy to fight that cause. He's just a little confused about where he should go. Like he says to you at one point, like, is there going to be like a meeting point or a staging area in which people would go to, and then you could tell them from that point.
I will let you know. We're just beginning recruiting.
Absolutely. So I would definitely, considering that my life is indebted to the group known as the Natural Ones, I will do whatever I can in order to help your cause. Absolutely.
No problem, buddy.
So from player to DM to player, you just recruited your first magic user to join you on the battlefield. In the final battle, hopefully. God. But the only thing is that there is definitely going to have to be some strategy involved as far as how you're going to get these people to all show up at the same time. You're going to have to figure that out.
Why am I recruiting somebody and not our charismatic warlock?
You were the one that was like, "Oh, I don't need any help. I'll do the role."
26 is pretty strong.
I know.
I mean, all right, he did it, but now he's complaining that he did it.
Yes, exactly.
I'm complaining because I did it. Yes, exactly.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before we call episode 40 a close? I don't have any cliffhanger endings for you, but basically, next time we get together, you guys have to figure out where you're going to go next.
I want to go get the necklace from Chowder, basically, and then give it to Partha Snacks.
All right. Well, you don't have any more charges in the Helm of Teleportation for this calendar
day. Is it the next day?
No, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, it's still. Oh, wow.
5 o'clock in the afternoon. You still have the night to get through. You could theoretically go back to the Laughing Habit or ask Partha Snacks if you could sleep here. Although he doesn't look like he's got that kind of like bedroom type stuff going on. His place is a mess.
Chris, you're gonna let me do the thing where I use the rock?
Yeah. Go for it. Okay. Do me a favor, Theoden.
Sorry.
I need you to roll a D20 and add a 2, and let me know what you get. D20, add a 2.
12.
So Baka. Let me see. You know what? Make a perception check, Theoden.
Perception. No, 17.
You notice all of a sudden Chowder goes, huh? And looks at Baka.
You said Chowder.
I'm sorry. What happened?
You said Chowder.
I said Chowder. I meant to Chester. Chester, your blink dog, looks at Baka, huh? And goes over to him and starts doing circles around Baka. And you realize that Baka must have done something. And he's holding a staff in his hands. And now your dog is not paying any attention to you. And he's paying attention to Baka. And Baka's the tail is wagging. And he's basically snuggling up against him.
Mutt. Oh, you're so cute.
I love you. I love you. You can't hear this.
I love you too.
You can't hear this. He can hear it with the animal friendship. Oh, you're my best friend. I don't like that dwarf. I like you more than that dwarf. You can't hear this, though. You can't hear this because he's got a ring of animal influence, which allows him to discuss things with other animals. Theoden, luckily, you did not hear this blasphemy.
I'm gonna reiterate it. I'm gonna tell him like I'm gonna.
You love
me more than that dwarf, huh?
But you're my better friend, Gnome. Gnome is my better friend than my friend. And I think you need to tell me, well, can I get you a stick? I will get you sticks. And I will.
I might kill the dog, not Baka.
He's wagging his tail. He's actually,
here?
the only thing that would maybe make Theoden maybe happy is you notice that this is a dog that is almost as big as Baka because Baka's 3.5 feet tall and it's a really big blink dog. And he's starting to hump not just his leg, but his entire body.
Oh.
You feel like you're being mounted, Baka.
Getting in his face.
You're getting mounted by the dog. I can't help myself, master. I'm very excited.
PG, buddy. PG.
It's
complete.
I want to use it on Alistair now too. Why not?
So absolutely make
Alistair and Splinter.
How many times a day can you use this
I
thing?
don't know.
Anytime you want?
Let me just use it 2 more times.
So Sirach, please make a wisdom saving throw plus
Natural
2.
20.
D20 plus 2.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He resists. He looks at you, Baka. He looks at Sirach. He looks at you. He looks at Sirach. And he basically stays right where he is. And he looks up at his father and says, I'll never leave your side, father. I will always be by your side. I don't know what's wrong with the dog. The dog seems weird. That's a weird dog.
I mean, I technically can't talk to him right now. But...
Oh, well, then, you're hearing a lot of, I forgot that you don't understand what he's saying, but
I can see that he's like looking up at me and
exactly
purring and whatnot.
The big eyes and the purring. Yeah. Exactly. Forgot about that.
And I use it on Splinter as well.
Splinter, you don't see Splinter. Sorry. Splinter's deep in the pocket. You don't see him. You got to be able to see him in order to cast him. Is this so?
I'm gonna reattune like my amulet of health.
I was gonna say Schrodinger's rat.
And throw the items into the bag.
All right, so you throw the rod of rulership into the bag of.
I had my fun with it. I'm done with it.
You had your fun with it.
If it's unattuned, does it still have its effect?
No, once you unattune it, you have to attune it in order to have its effect. So once he unattunes it,
Chester
the dog
throws up.
The dog basically goes, it goes back over to you, and basically, Theoden, the dog puts its face down, its ass up, and its face down in a very submissive kind of position.
I know what that
and you can just tell it's basically, I'm so sorry, master. I'm so sorry, master. I didn't mean to betray you. I love you. I don't know what happened to me.
All right. He's just a skeevy little gnome.
He's very skeevy. I don't know what's wrong with me, master. You're my best friend. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
I can't stay mad at you.
Yeah. So he's a good boy. He's such a good boy, Chester. So anyway, is there anything that you guys would like to do? You're going to head over to the Laughing Habit to grab your rooms?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that you'd like to do that night before we call it a close? For the evening?
More wartime stories with Ari and
more wartime stories you can
Tora,
do.
with Tora.
Not a problem. You're working on that. Tora does not look all that interested, but she loves you in her bizarre kind of. He loves you in his bizarre kind of way.
Animal handling.
Yeah, go for it. Give me an animal handling check.
With advantage, I assume.
Advantage because you have the ring.
All right. It's 21.
21. Listen, it's impossible with a 21 for the cat to not absorb at least some of it. So you're not sure how far along he is, whether or not he's going to turn into General Patton or not, but he's listening attentively and acting like it's basically just the belly scratches. But the truth is he's actually interested in hearing the story. So, but while that's happening, Sirach.
He's going to be the commander of our armies.
Sirach, make one more final
Okay.
Perception check. Baka, say that word one more time. Give me a performance check.
What word am I saying?
The word that you was recited to you by the Brood of Katoa Warlock. The one that you're trying to say in Infernal.
Should I actually say it? Like
You're doing that, Leo. You sound like
that's how it actually sounds to me.
Yes.
It's a 16 that I got
16.
to understand that.
16 to understand. What'd you roll as your performance?
Oh, performance. It was horrible. Oh, thankfully performance is
Plus 84.
It is not a fucking
That's okay.
I'm not proficient in it.
So what did you get?
5.
I would prefer it to remain a secret anyway, so I love it. Perfect. Yeah, again, before you go to sleep, Sirach, you thought to yourself, maybe if I just hear it one last time, I could figure out what the hell I'm missing. There's something I'm missing about this. But the idea slips your mind and you can't quite understand what he's saying. And you figure it's best to just drop it because it's been 3 times already and that's been more than enough. If you could understand it, you would have understood it already.
Chris, that amulet hint you were giving me when I took off my amulet of health, that was regarding the precipice of health or whatever.
Yes, I thought it was the periapp of health.
Okay, periapp.
Yeah, but I was going to tell you that
I lost that like 30 episodes ago.
Yeah, I know. I forgot about it. It was a long time ago. So anyway, the next time we get together will be episode 41. We will, I assume the first thing we'll do is we'll go down and have breakfast at the bottom of the laughing habit and discuss where to go next. Because there's a couple things on the agenda. And if you can't remember what it is, I'm sure that in his book, Harry will basically line them up for you to knock down like pins. Is there anything that you guys want to say before we call it quits for tonight?
We level up, right?
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I totally forgot.
Jacob.
So you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll level up the characters and then we'll say goodnight to our audience. This is Shenanigans ttRPG and we play Dungeons and Dragons. Thanks for watching for this long. So the group levels up to level 19 levels at this point. Two of the players are multi-class. So let's do the single class guys first. Pia, the Warlock, you're going to take a level in Warlock in level 19?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So I'm assuming it's a D8. Are you going to roll the die? Or are you just going to take the middle amount?
Ooh. I'm gonna roll.
Okay. So how many hit points do you have before the roll?
125.
125. If we're going to roll, we should probably roll on the app, I would figure.
Okay.
Everybody, let's jump into the app. We use, ladies and gentlemen,
just take my hit points quick before my laptop dies?
Absolutely. What are your hit points? So it's basically
152.
152. How many hit points does Chester have?
52.
52. So whatever you get for yourself, you get for Chester as well.
Yeah.
So now 152, it's a D8 for you, which is a 5 plus your Constitution bonus, which is what?
Plus 3.
So 5 plus 3 is 8. 152 plus 8, you have 160 hit points at level 19.
And Chester
has 60 hit points.
All right.
Okay, so you're done. Let's go to let me just open up the app that we use in order to verify roles. Sorry for the delay, folks. Group RPG. I'm going to create a room so that we're all in it. DM hosts, create table. The name of the table is Snake 4, SNAKE, and the number 4.
Oops.
So Snake 4. Baka is at the table. Pia is at the table. So Pia, while we wait for the other two to jump on the table, so you want to make the roll. So what is your Constitution modifier, Pia?
Mine?
Yeah.
2.
So what you do is you roll on this app a D8 and then you add 2. And that will be your hit points. So roll a D8.
6.
So roll a 6 plus 2 is 8.
Ooh.
So 125 plus 8 is 133 hit points at a level 19 Warlock.
Wonderful.
Wow,
Okay,
you're so weak.
Good roll. So, what about Sirach? Sirach, are you taking the points or are you making a roll?
I'll just take my average.
Absolutely. So your average, since you
Attaboy.
are you? So at what level are you taking? Are you taking
Ranger?
Ranger. So you're going to be level 16 in
16.
Ranger,
Yep.
3 levels of Warlock, for a total of 19 levels. It's a D10. Half a D10 is 6 plus what?
Plus 1.
So it's a 7. What was your old hit points?
133. So
133. What is 133 plus 7?
7, yeah. So it's
140. 140 hit points at level 16. And what is the hit points of Ari, the line cub?
Alistair's hit points are 57.
57 plus 7 is now 64.
Yep.
So Alistair has 64 hit points. And you have 140. Beautiful. Baka, last but not least, Baka, you rolling? Or are you just taking the middle?
Why not? You know.
So check this out. Because you have the tough thing, and you have, I think, an item that may boost your constitution. What is your plus?
It's +2.
No, I think you get more than a +2, don't you?
Well, with the item, it's +4.
Okay, so you get a total of a +4 in your hit points, correct?
Not including tough. So with tough, it's +6 technically.
Okay, so it's a total of +6 because you have the item of constitution on your neck, and you also have the tough feat.
Yeah.
So +6. So you're gonna roll what?
I'm going for fighter.
Fighter. Oh, okay. So your level. What's your level?
It's 6. Fighter 6.
So it's gonna be
an attribute. I don't know if I'm gonna take a feat or attribute.
All right. So what? But let's just figure this out. The hit points. So you're level 13. Rogue, and now taking a 6th level in fighter. Okay, cool. Let's see. What's your current hit points?
193.
193. That tough man is a broken feat. All right, so 193. And how many hit points does Ari have?
64.
64. Now it doesn't seem fair to me that
No, we went over this last time. He's not going to get.
He's going to get a +2. So okay, so cool. All right, so so you a D10. You're gonna roll a D10 on the app.
Yeah, why not?
Go for it, Baka. Roll that D10.
Thank God.
Ones are re-rolled. I don't allow ones, so roll again.
God.
But this time you got a 3. 3 plus 6 is 9.
Yeah.
So you are at 202 hit points. My God, 202 hit points.
Oh, well.
And
every time I did that, I always rolled under the average.
And we have 5 hit points for Ari. He's at 69 hit points. So you're at 202. He's at 69. You're at 13/6. 13 rogue, 6 fighter. So that was you guys will let me know what's new about your character next week when we get together. We're probably going to get together Monday at 6:00 Eastern Standard Time for episode number 41. Anything you guys want to say before we call it a night?
Thanks for watching.
Share with your friends and family.
Have a watch party with friends and family.
Yes. Thanks, everybody. We love you. We hope to see you soon. Tell your friends, please subscribe. Have a great night.
Bye.